Good evening. I'd like to call the September 24th meeting of the VillageFest Board to order. Staff, could we have a roll call, please?
We have Chair Roberts,
Present.
Vice Chair Ganella,
Here.
Board Member Anderson,
Here.
Board Member Garton is going to be absent, Board Member Idell. Here. Board Member Alvarez is currently absent, Board Member Battersby is currently absent, and Main Street Joy will be absent.
We have a quorum. Are there any public comments this evening, either in person or on screen? Seeing none, are there any board comments this evening? I would like to take a minute.
Would you want to announce, I don't think it's on the agenda, but the addition that we have approved for this Thursday?
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
I'd like to take a moment on behalf of the board to welcome you all and thank you for being here tonight. You are what makes VillageFest work, and it has worked for the past 30 plus years. So thank you. We are interested in all the unique artisans in the valley and the surrounds. So we're very anxious to hear what you have to say. Right now, there are 4 board members. There's normally 7. Some may show up. But what we'll do is we'll call you up. If you haven't seen the order, the agenda is on the table, and you can see the order that you will be called up in. And you will have up to 5 minutes to convince us why you should become part of the VillageFest Street Fest. Board Member Anderson will be the official timekeeper. You don't have to speak for 5 minutes, but at 5 minutes, he will cut you off, and then we will ask you questions and go from there. So again, on behalf of the board, thank you for being here. We appreciate it very much. What I omitted to do was the consent calendar. With respect to posting the agenda, can we get a motion to approve, please?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Let's vote. David?
Yes.
I vote yes. David?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And then for the approval of the minutes for the September 10th meeting, I don't think we can approve.
Yeah, right.
Because we don't have a quorum because you were not here. So we will move that until next week or next meeting time.
We do have the entertainer is.
Is he ready?
Yes, he's in the
Okay.
waiting room.
All right, so we're gonna move the agenda just a little bit because we have a vendor who is online. So Derek McAllister, if you're ready, we're very much interested in seeing your entertainment.
Great. Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Lovely. I know you can't see me, or at least I can't see you, so that's fun. But amusingly, sometimes my show, I don't speak anyway, and I would just be using a whistle and being very funny by moving around and engaging the audience in such a way that is it's very funny. So this is almost fitting. Maybe I should just shut up and you guys can imagine what I'd actually do. No, I do a 45-minute circle show where I will juggle some stuff. In the past, for over 2 decades now, I have juggled fire. I realized that presents problems for some areas. And I can't remember if I was in front of you guys probably, I think it was right before the pandemic. And I don't remember if we determined that I'd be able to use fire or not. But either way, I do it at the San Luis Obispo Farmers Market and have done for 7 years. And I have 0 accidents in over 20 years of doing it. So I would like to try to get permission to use fire, but it's not necessary because the show is a comedy show. Sometimes I will choose to do my talking comedy show whereby I engage a crowd in loads of different jokes. And I will do like a funny, beautiful, sweet little clown number with a child, like a kid comes out of the audience and I try to get them to do the same thing as me. And I've been lucky to formulate a way in which they do the reverse of me, and then I switch, and then they switch, and it's hard to describe without seeing it, but it gets such great laughter, and it endears the crowd to me, and that lets me move forward. I'll then go to my juggling routine, which is, like I said, usually torches, but it can be clubs or knives, or sometimes I've even forgone that routine because what I'm really building towards is a 20-foot Chinese pole acrobatic comedy dance routine. So I have this pole that I can travel with, and I build it before the show. And then I end up getting, depends on the type of show, at what point I reveal that I'm going to have this big pole and how I'm going to use it. But I will generally give it to a guy in the audience and he'll hold it. and then eventually I'll have him and 3 other guys come out, and they do. I make them do like a little silly dance, which, by the way, little behind the scenes for you. I make them do a silly dance for 2 reasons. One, I want to make sure that they're sober enough to do the job that's in front of them. And 2, I want to make sure that they will say yes to me, so that I know that if I'm in a moment of danger while I'm doing the actual dangerous stuff, I can direct them and they'll follow my lead. So that's what the little dance is for. The crowd doesn't know, of course, and it's just a comedic moment. For me, it's me getting to learn how good these guys are going to be and how much they'll be able to keep me safe. So after I do that, I make them do this silly little dance, and then they end up sort of holding. They kind of sit in these straps, and there's 4 straps, and that way they're basically my anchors, so that the Chinese pole can stay vertical. And then I will climb to the top, and I will do some funny jokes. I will flip upside down and do a head first sort of crawl to the ground, and then I do what's called a human flag, where I hold myself off the pole sideways with just my arms holding onto the pole. Climb up to the top, and depending on the show, if I'm doing my silent show, which I think would go over so well, I've been doing that a lot more this summer, and it's gone really well. I will pull a rose out of the top, and I will have brought out a woman to play this role of like my love interest, and then I'll slide down the pole and into her arms, and we do like a quick little dance. And yeah, that is practically the best verbal representation of the show. I know I sent a 1-minute promo video to Faith, and I hope you guys have a chance to check that out. But that's me. I'm Derek the Fuzzy Juggler. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Derek. For those of you in the audience who didn't get to see his tape, I assure you he is quite entertaining. It's not like anything you've seen before. So are there any questions for Derek?
Yeah, I've got a question. Hi, Derek. I did watch the video, and it was very entertaining and fun. And now putting your words to it, the narration made this even make more sense. But my question is, since VillageFest is a 4-hour event, how many times will you do it? How will that work? Because I don't know how long like each show is.
So previously, I can only go by what I've done before, right? And the San Luis Obispo Farmers Market is 3 hours long, and I do 3 shows usually. So I think it depends on, I could probably physically manage to do 4, depending on how hot and humid it is. I'm certainly applying to just do the winter times, because the summer I think would be a little too much. But I think I can certainly do 3 shows in that time frame, maybe 4. I mean, I have so many different versions of the show. Like, I don't have to do the poll. So if, it depends on what you guys expect, but I could try to fill the 4 hours of time with, generally I do about a 40-minute show to 45 minutes, and then I'll take about a 10 to 15 to 20-minute break, depending on how exhausted I am. And then I'll remount and do another one, and then another one. And that's worked for years in San Luis Obispo. So I foresee that working well. And adding one more show, I mean, it depends. If there's people around, I'll figure out something that I can physically do safely and be, entertaining.
Awesome, thank you.
I think we'll leave that to your judgment, Derek.
Lovely.
I have a question. Jasmine, is there an issue with the fire baton?
There likely would be. We would have the fire marshal review it and determine whether what's appropriate.
Okay, so then we can let him know before he comes in.
Yes.
Okay.
And one thing I should note, sorry, one thing I should note really quickly is that I do have, I have liability insurance that covers fire, juggling, and everything.
But you heard we'll put the fire on hold until we get feedback from the city.
Certainly, thank you. Okay, I understood.
Any other questions from the board? Staff, I have a question. His performance area is actually bigger than generally someone who's singing or playing a guitar. Do we have a space in mind to accommodate his pole and
Yes, I was thinking we could put him at an intersection, one of the larger ones, top left or
Agreed.
Arenas, or also down, towards Baristo, like
agreed?
where it may end, and he can take in the middle of the street there too. So I think it'd be nice.
Good. All right. Well, Derek, I think it'd be very popular. You're ready for a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept Derek into VillageFest.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Dan. Let us vote. David.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to abstain because I didn't get a chance to see the video, but I love the story.
can't pass without it.
then we cannot
Okay,
vote.
I'm sorry. I love your story and I'll go based on your story and we'll see what the fire department says.
Okay, so that's,
So, yes.
thank you. I vote yes, Dan?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
So congratulations, Derek. We're looking forward to seeing you at Village Fest.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And if there's a way I can get that video to whomever was abstaining initially, I would gladly do that. And hopefully, but of course,
Not you, we just didn't bother to open his email.
We were just complaining about workloads these days. Sorry about that.
oh, thank you very much. And
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for obliging this Zoom meeting. That is an enormous help. I really, really am grateful for that opportunity as well. Thank you.
Welcome back to Village
Yeah.
Fest.
Thank you.
Next up is Keith Anderson. Keith, are you here? Keith is a current Village Fest vendor, and he's coming before us to add some things to what he's approved to sell. So Keith, it's all yours. And before you start, Emily, are you here? Do you need time to set up?
Testing, 1, 2. At last.
Entertainment.
It's good to see you all.
Good to see you.
I've been coming to the show for over 25 years.
Wow.
Wow.
And I appreciate the work you do. I'm glad that you have the editing process that you go through. It is really cool. Anyway, for those that you're familiar with my paper art. For those that aren't, you can go to Earth Paper by Keith on Instagram and check it out. And you'll see some wonderful artwork made out of paper. This is some of the mixed media stuff I do. I do this on Hardy-Becker board. What I've come to show you today are some new items. They're hand-painted t-shirts, 100% cotton. Every time I do them, they get more sophisticated and nicer. That's just the creative process.
Can you pass a couple of them around?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll take the.
Thank you.
The fabric, well, it's 100% cotton. The paint is a paint that I use on my artwork, and it's a fabric paint as well. The paint goes right into the fabric. You can wash them, and you can put them in a dryer, and they work. Doesn't come off. Yeah. And the other item is jewelry that I make melting CDs and DVDs. DVDs and CDs have a similar mineral element in it as dichroic glass. So when it melts, it turns into a kind of a crystal. And I mount them on earrings, necklaces, and over in my paper as well.
Who needs physical CDs and DVDs these days?
Yeah, I actually have to go to an office store and buy it new.
I was gonna say, how do you find them?
Yeah, buy them new. It's a really wonderful technique. Put them in a toaster oven.
Really?
Yeah, toaster oven does it.
The air
Where's your
fryer?
microwave?
I can't give out too many secrets,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, but yeah, toaster oven will do it. And that's what I've come to share with you.
I have a question about the t-shirts. Are you doing all sizes or are you just doing large and extra large?
I'm doing extra large, large, medium, and small.
Oh, you are.
But I'm still figuring that out because certain sizes move quicker than others.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's
a tricky
difficult
thing.
to maintain sizes, but without maintaining sizes, it's the giveaway extra large t-shirt that you get at a conference. And where to sleep, right?
Yeah, extra
Like,
large.
they're
There's-
great, but I would never buy it unless it comes in a small medium, but they're very nice.
Thank you.
Since you're hand painting all of them individually?
All of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does it take
How long does it take?
each shirt?
Each shirt, I'm gonna say about 15, 20 minutes,
Wow. And they sell for?
between 30 and 40.
Okay.
That's good.
Any other board questions for Keith? How about a motion to add these items to his village fest?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Good, let's vote. Cheryl?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Yes. David?
Yes.
Congratulations. Thank you for being a long-term vendor.
Thank you for being you and your service. I appreciate it. Thank you all. Take it easy.
Emily Odell, Emily's Sweet Delights.
Bring on the sweet stuff.
Hello. So not really a setup, more of what my fiance calls a bribery.
Thank
Does it work on him?
you.
Every day.
Wow.
Why I propose.
Ah.
Yes, we're actually set to get married on the 17th of October.
That being said, we would miss that date if we got accepted.
I'm sure we could get a deacon if somebody like really perform this.
Yeah.
There you go. So my name is Emily. I have been a baker probably the majority of my life. So I'd say the last 25, 30 years. And my fiance convinced me that I should start doing markets. So we got in the business of doing this about a year ago, almost in October. We applied for our cottage license and our business license in Ukaipa, and we started doing markets there. And I was a resident in Whitewater, so I frequented Palm Springs all the time. I worked here, lived, shopped, and breathed here, met a lot of my friends here. So I'm very familiar with VillageFest. I used to come over Thursday night after dinner and try and walk off your dinner. So one of my girlfriends let me know that you guys were doing it again after COVID. And so I was like, oh my God, let's get into this because it's so much fun. It's such a community down here. So we decided to go ahead and apply. And here we are. And what I've brought you is a small sampling. There is a chocolate chip cookie, a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie, a pecan bar, and a chocolate hazelnut cake ball. So a little sampling. Just stare at it. Hopefully you don't have nut allergies.
Tell us about your baking process. How do you go about making all this?
Absolutely. So we do everything from scratch. We like to make sure that we know what we're putting in there. I have actually trained, I hate to use the word trained, but I've shown my fiance how to do it. I work for Kaiser. So I've put everything on paper for him. He does a lot of the prep now since I'm at home, or he's at home and I'm at work. But we do baking at night after work, on the weekends. We prep everything and we make sure it's fresh for market. We do all of our own packaging. We do all of our own labeling. And we make sure everything is just as best as we can for that customer.
You know, you mentioned packaging. We are bound to use sustainable packaging now by Palm Springs code. How long would they have to? First of all, are these plastic?
Yes.
You can't start without it now.
Yeah, so you can't start with it, right? So you have to have it either in compostable paper or what's that other plastic that it's like plastic that they use. It's made from gelatin, isn't it?
We can give her all the.
Yeah, so they'll help you with that.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
In the same line, what about ingredients? Are they listed anywhere? Because I didn't see them.
Yes, through the cottage license, we have to label everything
Okay.
with the ingredients in order of amount. So we follow all those guidelines with the city of San Bernardino and Ukaipa.
And it's on your signage over the map.
Yes, sir.
Any sugar-free options?
No, we believe in sugar and gluten.
Gluten and butter.
Yeah.
Was my next question.
Yeah,
Oh.
there is a small amount of
Not
people
for
we
everybody.
cannot cater to, but we usually make friends with the people that can, so we direct them there.
Any other board questions?
No, not at all.
Let me make a pitch while Emily's standing here. The city this year is promoting the holidays, Palm Springs holidays. So between Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays, you'll see a big push in the city to bring tourists in and bring people in to promote Palm Springs in the holidays. So I would encourage you, we will have a Palm Springs Village Fest market, holiday market. So during those weeks, if you're going to be present, to think of perhaps a holiday theme or to fit in with what the city is promoting.
Is a problem I have. You will testify to this. I constantly am trying to add things depending on the season. So now it's pumpkin and fall, and then
Right.
go into holidays and
Good.
spring.
One last question.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get started? Why are you passionate about it and what's your future look like?
My story begins as a child. I used to sit on the bar stool and watch my mom bake, and then it went to my aunt.
Mhm.
I was fascinated with her table. Think of any movie you've ever been to or seen, and just a spread beyond your imagination. That was my aunt's house at Christmas. So I've always been fascinated. I was not good at it. Beginning, mixing salt and sugar, it's like a thing. I feel like it's a rite of passage, but I became very passionate with it. I love to see the joy on people's face when they get something delicious. It's kind of the same thing as watching a little kid open a Christmas present. It's like, yes, yeah, yes.
It works.
So it's kind of selfish that I like to see that joy and that appreciation of the process too, if you get a fellow baker or somebody who's passionate about it as well. So that is my little gem in the world.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Any other board questions?
No.
Chocolate chip cookies, delicious. If you haven't tasted. How about a motion?
I'll motion. Oh, thank you.
Fight me for it.
Don't fight.
Congratulations. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
You made a motion?
Yes.
Let's have a
I'll
second.
second it.
I'm very good. Now we'll go. David,
Yes.
I vote yes. Dan,
Yes.
Cheryl.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jerry Molarski. Jerry Lynn Photography. Did I say the last name okay?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Malarski,
Molarski.
yes. It's pretty much always said incorrectly. Hello, I'm Jerry Lynn with Jerry Lynn Photography. I just started my business at the beginning of this year. I had this whole 2-page speech prepared, but I'm just gonna kind of wing it and use it for reference if you don't mind. So I started my business this year. I moved to Palm Springs with my husband in 2020 after vacationing with him to Palm Springs in August of 2019. We both loved Palm Springs. So that was in August of 2019 for our 10-year wedding anniversary. We went home, we discussed everything, we sold our house, and we moved here in February of 2020. I was ready. I was ready to be here. It's beautiful. When we moved here, I instantly fell in love with the landscape. Everything about this place was just amazing. I started taking pictures shortly after we moved here professionally. I've always been the one with the pictures at the family events, taking pictures everywhere, and I just fell in love with it. I was a loan processor right before I decided to just quit and do photography full time. While the real estate industry is great and everything, it's just not my passion. My passion is photography and capturing the beauty of Palm Springs. Now, when it gets to be 115 degrees outside, I tend to think I don't want to be outside. So I decided to explore other genres in floral, still life, abstract photography. So I got really excited about that. So I started taking pictures inside my house as well. I have some canvas prints, if you want to pass around. I have some other pictures if you'd like. Here, I'll start on this side with you. If you'd like to pass around, those are pictures of some oil and vinegar with blue lighting and aluminum foil. Those are fun. Some more landscape. Now, at home, I have 24 by 36 canvases. I have also these, I didn't bring metal because the ones I went to get printed on metal, they were all destroyed in transit. So I didn't get to bring all my metal.
Today?
Today.
Oh.
Well, they were being shipped to me and the ones that I already had have been sold. So
Well.
that's all right. They refunded it. They're sending me more. It's all gonna work out. And then here's some more still life flowers and some more landscape photography if you are interested.
So you print some on canvas, sorry. So you
Yes, sir.
Print some on canvas, some of them you do as
As prints?
prints, and then some of them you're doing on metal.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Very nice.
Yes. The Marilyn Monroe is beautiful on metal, just so you know. And I'm gonna get, for sure, I'm gonna, print up some local, landmarks of Palm Springs and coat those, because for people obviously are gonna be visiting and they're gonna wanna take home memories of Palm Springs.
David, do you have her application?
I'm sorry, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure you listed everything, but you used the word various. so-
Yes,
okay.
I have, yes, there's a lot of different types of
Gotcha.
prints and canvases, different types of landscapes, so.
Any other board questions for Gary?
Other, street fairs or, you know.
I have
things like
not.
that, so this will be your.
This will be my
experience.
first. Yes,
So the VillageFest exclusive.
well, it's the best, is it not?
It is, that is.
Article.
Would it be approved then that we define or categorize the type of photography to keep it consistent?
No, I don't think it's necessary. I think the broad category of photography is broad enough or it is broad, you know, but that would cover everything that you're doing and then you're taking these pictures.
Oh, correct, yes, I'm taking all the pictures.
But I don't see any people, for instance.
I do people, but I don't think people want to buy pictures of people. So
asking.
I do, and that is, you know, I have done graduation pictures. There's a real estate group here. I took pictures for their website.
So you could, for instance.
Yes,
Give your business card and say, I'll come to your
Yes.
wedding, I'll do you.
Absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
but the stuff that you would be selling is typically
Yes.
artwork or,
It's gonna be, yes,
flowers
landscape,
and
flowers,
colors.
still life,
Okay.
yes, yes.
I'm good.
Jerry, I'd like to say to you that the Maryland picture is great.
Yes.
That
Thank
is
you.
iconic Palm Springs, so I would encourage you to focus there.
Okay,
And you have a lot of artists.
Absolutely.
A lot of photographers and a lot of painters, but that is unique.
thank
And
you.
possibly on some of the architecture.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
sure.
say.
It's a big architecture town. I mean, front doors, there's a whole book.
I
on
have a
those
great
doors.
picture, which I did not bring of the Shag door. I did a party. I also do parties at the Shag house. I have a great one I'm going to get printed of the Shag door from the inside.
The green. with
The green, yes.
And it's a beautiful Joshua tree. picture in
Yes,
your-
I have a lot of Joshua Tree
Yeah.
pictures. Yes, one of them is a big seller, big favorite.
Any other board questions? How about a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept Jerry Lynn into, VillageFest.
Thank you, Dan.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Cheryl. Let us vote. David?
Yes.
I say yes. Dan?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Congratulations. Welcome.
See you on the screen this week.
Thank you so much.
Ashley Whitman? Ashley, do you need some time to set up or are you? No, you're okay?
You know what to start with. Huh? You know what to start. Yeah. So let me try to say it.
Hello.
Any food allergies before we begin? No,
No
okay.
food.
Assortment of different snacks you want to share with everyone.
Small snacks. This is our version of a sundae. These are vegan gluten-free bites. Thank you.
The partner would be heavy gluten, heavy. sugar.
High protein snack mix. So all we do is high
Regular.
protein, lower carb, lower sugar. This is our low sugar chocolate bar with candy pecans. I have a peanut
I
butter
give it
cup.
to you.
Yeah, no fighting at the table now.
We have a red velvet, high protein bar. And then a couple of other sundaes. This is our pumpkin pie sundae.
Thank you.
Another savory mix that we do.
Doesn't feel much like fall outside right
Sugar-free
now.
white chocolate
And
candy. Pumpkin pie sundae. Chocolate and sugar-free chocolate.
I want to see what what is that big bag down there?
These are,
No,
this,
yeah.
these are,
The snack.
That's our
mix
toasty
with
locos.
high protein.
So what's it made from?
So that one's gonna be a combination of ingredients. We use high protein, chips in there, with
Got
Japanese
some
peanuts,
jalapeno.
chamoy
Okay.
pineapple,
Takis,
jalapenos.
Japanese peanuts, chamoy pineapple. And a little
Interesting.
bit of organic ghost peppers. It's an iconic snack, toasty locos, that someone had told us to try to make a healthy version of. That's kind of our what we did. So the number one selling. item.
$279 for the entire bag?
2 servings.
2 servings.
Okay, so 279 per serving, these 2 total servings in it.
So
Okay.
we,
And you make all this originally? Or-
we don't physically make the chips, but we made our own combinations together. So we have lots of varieties. We have about 15 different flavors, which I passed around. We have a Thai chili pango, a pucker pickle. So we combined a bunch of ingredients to make our own snack mixes, but what we've done is had them added in protein. So each bag has about 30 grams of protein, which can be used as a meal replacement, a snack mix for people who like to work, kids, things like that.
Do you season them yourself or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we add in our own, for that one, we add in our organic ghost pepper extract. So it has a little bit of
It's got a
spice and then sweetness. And then for the other ones, the pumpkin pie sundae, we make the pumpkin pie from scratch. We make
like
our own pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice custard.
And
We add in
6 grams of sugar in each slice.
Yeah, so we do that. We have sugar-free chocolate bars. So we take the chocolate from scratch, we melt it down, we add in a protein. For the milk and the white chocolate, we add in a whey isolate protein powder and a healthy MCT oil. And then we add different toppings, different nuts on top. So, and then the dark chocolate, we add an organic plant-based protein. So we have sugar-free vegan chocolate for people, which they really like. The peanut butter cups, that's our signature.
Yeah, I
A
see.
lot of people love Reese's, so that's our version. That only has 4 grams of sugar, 15 grams of protein. So we reinvented the protein bar and took it and made it into things that you really like to eat. The Ooey Gooey Brownie Sundae is a sugar-free chocolate pudding. We add protein, collagen, MCT oil, a whipped topping, and a homemade brownie on top.
That's delicious.
So that.
You like that?
And it's 22 grams of protein for the whole sundae and only 7 grams of sugar.
Oh, that
So you get to enjoy it.
See, eat the whole thing.
No guilt here.
Yeah.
So my name's Zach and this is Ashley. We're Team Zash.
That's
together.
how I got it
Yep,
now.
that's it. To give you an explanation.
Zach and
So,
I take Zach.
There's my wonderful fiance. We've both been in the health and fitness industry for a lot of our lives. And we always struggled to find food that we wanted to eat that was healthy. So I had a YouTube cooking channel. She was doing some stuff in Phoenix before we met with creating her own protein powders. So we called it the Peanut Butter Cup Love Story because I was doing a peanut butter cup on my YouTube channel. She was in the same process before I met her, doing a peanut butter cup. And hers had lots of sugar, some protein added, tastes really good. Mine was chalky, no sugar, and some cocoa powder. And she gave me hers. I said, "Oh, that's really good. What are your sugar?" And she goes, "I'm not sure, but I add protein to it." And I said, "Try mine." She goes, "It's chalky. I need some milk to go with this." So together, that was when we knew we had a passion for making snacks that you want to eat and then making them healthy. And that's been our
Once we-
focus. We
Once
started.
we switch over the sugar-free chocolate, it's made a huge difference. So our red velvet bar is dipped in sugar-free chocolate. We have lots of wafer bars, chocolate bars. I think we have over 400 different products. We're always creating new products, new flavors. We make homemade jellies from scratch and we add that in different products that we do. And we always have seasonal items. So we do stuff for Valentine's Day, sugar-free chocolate hearts, Christmas, stocking stuffers. It's great for kids. We highly encourage our products for kids.
We love pop-ups.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
how we got our start at gyms, doing pop-ups at gyms, and then we do Love Local, and then we did the Bloom Festival in Cathedral City. And so our passion is to take snacks and make them look elegant. That's our kind of our theory to add.
I don't know if you got to see our booth photos that we presented, but we love to make our booth look fun. So if it's seasonal, we always decorate it. We always provide lots of samples
samples.
to the customers coming in.
We make
Yeah,
it fun. We
do consumer
feed everyone who
products.
comes to visit us. We want to make it
Yeah, we
like a
like to feed
family
people.
affair. We say, you come visit us, you're gonna be full when you leave.
So we've been
And,
in business for 3 years. We also supply local stores, so we're in Cafe La Jefa, we're in Fresh Juice Bar, we're in Palm Desert, La Quinta, and
Go to
in
the
Paso. We have
airport
lots of
next
locations.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next month we'll be launching in Uptown Essentials. So, so we're just looking to grow and expand. We've heard a lot about the market. When we were first starting, a lot of people have recommended that we come to this. And we were just kind of busy at the time growing the business. And now that we're kind of established, we know what our schedule and season looks like. We'd like to participate in the.
Maybe
in
the
the
ultimate
fall
goal will be the
season.
street festival one day when we were ready. Hopefully
We
you
wanted
agree
to
we're
be
ready.
like ready and committed when we came here.
I know we're kind of just having conversations in 5 minutes, but I wanted to ask, now these are not coming out of bags or boxes, are they?
No.
Somebody's making them?
We do, so the chips we have a supplier
We
for. We
supply
have
and
suppliers for
repackage.
every single ingredient and then we put it all together in our packaging. So we do all of our own packaging. We make it, we label it, we're licensed with the state of California.
You
We have a
decide what
commercial
spices is
kitchen.
gonna be
Yeah.
super hot or
Yeah.
mild.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yep. So
Yes.
that our snack
Okay.
mixes is a
Okay.
combination of repackaging.
Mhm.
I think your story's great. I hope the signage in your booth matches your story, because I think people will want to see that.
Mhm.
Yes.
If you haven't been to Village Fest, you're starting high season, you'll literally have thousands of people walking up and down the street.
We have a huge pop-up
So you
banner
wanna
that has
get
our
their
information
attention.
on it.
Yes.
What it
Yeah.
is you're selling.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's rather unique. It's
Thank
rather
Yeah,
unique.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we have signs everywhere. Our brand is becoming really familiar. Since we've been around for 3 years, we've been in a lot of stores. We do 2 to 3 pop-ups every week in different gyms,
It's just-
different community
They're
events.
passionate.
We work with all the wellness companies in the valley. So our brand is, I think a lot of people would really like to see us there.
And you work with certain grocery stores or?
Right now, we're not
No.
really in a grocery,
Yeah.
well, we're in El Toro Loco and La Quinta. And we're in the Haynes market,
Packing.
Haynes packing
Yeah.
market with the seafood. So we're in
Butcher
a
shop.
local
Just-
stores, nothing like mass produce and grocery stores, you
Is
know.
that your vision?
Right now, yes. Yeah, we want to stay local. We want to supply local stores.
Quality and like presentation of the product is the most important for us over mass.
Yeah, we tried to have a nice
distribution.
boutique packaging. Everything is see-through. We let the food speak for itself through the packaging. So that was our goal, was to be very nice and boutique, and the snacks fit in everywhere.
Actually, speaking of that, though, do we have the same packaging issue
Yeah,
with this not being?
we would have to
sustainable?
adapt
Yeah.
from what you said earlier, and that's something we are willing to look at for sure, but it would be something we'd have to.
Is that all plastic?
Pivot.
That is
It's
plastic.
plastic, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and our packaging is like, we really love the gift box idea, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you
you
can
can see
give,
it.
but I'm sure there's something that we can find.
Just
Just
ask
for our-
Crystal, something cheap like that.
Yeah,
No.
and who knows, maybe it takes off and that's something that we do for everything.
What if they use something that was reusable? In other words, it would be still a keepsake box, like a little clear box that you can then use otherwise.
Jasmine's gonna find
Yeah,
out
I'm
what.
gonna inquire more about packaging.
Yeah, because that would still be sustainable if
Mhm.
it's reusable. We're not sure if the city defines it that way, but that's just an idea.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Well, there's cardboard boxes too for individual cupcakes.
Mhm.
You know, that are.
That would have like a cellophane
That would have a
top.
cellophane top.
So we could have some type of,
Something like that. But anyway, the staff will work with you on that, because sustainability is an issue that's
Yeah.
important. Any other questions for,
Did you guys get a little piece of the pineapple
our
that was in
favorite.
there?
Oh, wow.
The little piece of the pineapple, people love that.
those are
They're
Japanese peanuts.
That
So that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, that's our,
I'm saving some for later.
That is
Yeah, so we have lots of options from keto,
Pineapple.
diabetic
That's
friendly.
pineapple.
Pineapples in there?
yeah,
yes,
there's
all
pineapple,
high
piece of
protein.
pineapple, chamoy pineapple, they call it, and it's been, we season it to a certain degree and it's just awesome, but it's been one of our big hits. Yeah, you could eat a whole box of that.
So we make snacking fun.
Yeah.
Like, there better be a piece in there.
So this is food that looks definitely,
But it also looks
That's
healthy.
the idea.
In a
And
good
so,
way.
you know, we make
Sometimes we say,
salad with the
we say
goodness,
healthier,
healthier.
add the on the end of
Yeah.
it, because some things is, we don't want to stand here and say that we believe Takis are totally healthy, but if you eat a little bit of them, combined with some healthier ingredients, and you not eat the whole bag of them, and that's kind of our concept, is if you add a little bit of the good with the bad, then you balance, you know, bingers, you know. You
See, I'm
should have a,
your chocolate next to my cookies.
okay.
That's a sugar,
Those
so
cookies
that's a
look good,
sugar-free
too.
chocolate. And we
Yes,
had
that's-
we had protein, the ones with the nuts only have 1 gram of sugar, so they're great for people who are diabetic,
Yeah,
looking for keto.
chocolate's been a big hit.
Now the question, do you guys eat this stuff?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. All the time. Great question though. Yeah.
We're big into fitness, we work out, we do hot yoga.
It is.
Yeah.
It was, we
Big
did a
into that.
pop-up out in Moreno Valley at a big gym there and there was
Good
dinner.
work.
Dinner was a snack bag and some chocolate.
So much better than a protein bar.
Or a shake or
Yeah.
something.
I'm
That's,
so tired of
Yeah.
protein shakes. and
Make the protein bar
bars,
fun.
you know.
that's the whole concept.
I had
We
an
just-
Italian grandmother cook like growing up, so like she would teach me how to cook, but it wasn't necessarily low carb, low sugar. I was actually overweight when I was younger, and then I got into my fitness journey and started eating. Then we met, we're like, "Well, I know we can make snacks better than what's on the market, but it required it to not be mass produced. You know, everything's made with love, everything's made fresh. Every week we rotate new snacks. We supply our vendors, we do our pop-ups, so every week it's always fresh, and we always try to have a new product every pop-up that we do too. So it makes it fun for even the returning customers to come back.
Very good. I think we're ready for a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept these delicious, non-decadent.
Slightly healthy. I'll
Slightly
second that.
healthier.
Thank you.
Healthier.
And the on the end.
Let us vote. Cheryl?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. David?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Great job. Great story.
Yeah, definitely keep your story in as part of your presentation.
That's who told us that, so thank you.
Thank you. Jennifer Matcham, Gemstone Arts. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm Jennifer. This is my husband, Roger. And we together are Gemstone Arts. And know where to start. I fell in love, ironically, on a camping trip up in Idlewild. We stopped in a little store with crystals, and I quickly became obsessed, and I turned that obsession into a passion for making art. And I started with these gemstone trees. They have different sizes, different categories. That one is just a pretty tree. I like to call them aesthetic trees. No special purpose. This one that he's passing is, I call aromatherapy tree. It's made with lava stone, which will hold essential oils. I don't make or sell essential oils though. And then this one is an intention tree. A lot of people believe in the healing powers of crystals. Some people don't, so they just want to look at something pretty. But I did create a line of trees that have intention. For instance, these crystals promote serenity. I also do gemstone flowers that are all, this is all wire wrapped by me. Most of the copper wire is recycled. My husband's an electrician.
You're kidding.
No.
That's awesome. I like the little sustainable edge.
Yeah.
The copper wires. Oh,
Right.
And then just in having fun and adding things and my love for gemstones, I've done these little Christmas ornaments, made these angels. And a couple different styles. Everything's done with gemstones.
Just cute. Okay.
This one. And then we also we don't tumble the chip beads, but we do tumble our own stones.
Well, I saw that you were buying pendants, and I was like, we just putting pendants on chains, but this is amazing work.
No,
You're doing it.
I kept those things out because I was informed that they would most likely not be accepted. So I only brought what I do.
These are nice little gift items.
Yeah, these are nice.
What would it, I'm sorry.
No, please.
No, you're entitled more time.
Oh, no, I was just asking if you wanted to pass around some of the tumbled
Okay,
stones.
so this is, now I see.
Yeah.
The mystery bag.
Yes.
Right, okay.
It will be wrapped in tissue. It will actually be a little mystery of what stones are in there.
It takes up to 4 weeks to tumble stones through the
Minimum.
different mediums, and sometimes if you're not at the right shape in the first tumble, it could take.
What grits do you use when you're tumbling?
The first one's 200, and then it can go up to 5,000 during the 4th week. So
We've been
It-
experimenting with the
yeah.
brick week to find the right polish.
yeah, you can, the stones themselves, if the barrels are full, they'll really knock themselves down to a smaller size. And if you're trying to keep a larger stone, even the ceramic medium that goes inside it will keep the stone a little larger, but it takes double the amount of time, about 8 weeks to keep a stone large.
So on the vase with the flowers, it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that the work is in the copper
copper.
wrapping, not so much the stones themselves, but that's where the work is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, how long would it take you to do that?
The flowers can take me. Well, found a new glue that is an instant. Before it would take 24 hours to dry before I could start wrapping. And so now I can get a few flowers done in a day. Each tree comes with a little pamphlet that talks about the crystals and the copper that's in it. And then I also can do custom. So I have a little binder that shows the stones that we offer because I'm not gonna be able to haul.
Oh, so if I'm local, I can come back and.
Yeah, absolutely. Or we can ship.
Most of the time when you go in and you see gem trees, they're always the same stones or it's the same chakra value of but now you get to see hundreds of different types of stones that you can put
Birthstones.
together and yeah.
I just started a birthstone line. I just made 9 of the birthstone trees on Sunday.
I don't think we have anything like this at VillageFest. do we?
No, it's unique.
Is there a fragrance to that or is it the wood or am I just smelling something?
So the lava stones you can put oils on them and they'll hold the oils. So most of the bases I do with lava stone, I have to seal. I have to Thompson's water seal just to make sure that
So the
if
oil
oil
doesn't
doesn't go on there and stain the wood. So I'm the guy who drills the bases and
I'm not allowed to play with power tools.
puts them in. I've been a commercial electrician here in the valley for 30 years. So it's 2 separate types of wires, a number 12 stranded and a 14 stranded. So it's not, all the wires aren't the same. So some of the branches will hang a little lower and very cool. Some a little stronger than others, but yeah,
Beautiful work.
Thank you.
You can get a lot of pretty different colors in there. So
And it's fun. It's fun to sit there and just make them.
How about a cactus, Jennifer? Why don't you do a cactus?
I could certainly try that. I like it. I was thinking of a palm
Like a
tree.
flower,
Palm tree,
yeah.
that would be fabulous.
Palm Springs.
Like a flowering cactus or like a palm tree.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, but in June, they all start to bloom
Yeah.
and they have these things hanging with little tiny black seeds on them. That's something else that you could.
I like it. I
Probably
was
could do.
thinking a couple weeks ago, I was like, how can I do a palm tree? So I did definitely have that in my mind and I will certainly try a cactus.
the other thing I was thinking of, rather than the wood is beautiful, but put the tree on a piece of aggregate or rock or.
yeah, we've definitely seen that. We can drill
Granite,
them out.
marble.
Yeah.
Do that. They just become a little heavier
Uh-huh,
and then.
What about a sand that was molded or something?
it's your business. but
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it-
I think
I
that-
like the idea of the wood because it was very natural. The rocks are natural also, and we can certainly get raw stones and do that. It does make it more expensive because the stones aren't.
I think that's the big thing. No dyed or colored stones,
No, that's
nothing
great.
that has been processed, so.
And I
all
didn't
the
want to do what
stones-
I've seen everybody else do.
Yeah.
A lot of these trees are on an agate slice or in a piece of rose quartz. So I was trying to be a little bit different.
They're great, beautiful.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
yeah, I think that, yeah, it's unique, that we don't have anything like it, they're nice gifts, I hope you have plenty of inventory, because
I made 15 trees last
I
weekend.
think you'll sell through very quickly.
Yeah.
Any other board questions?
Nope.
How about a motion, please?
I'll make a motion that we accept Jen Stone Arts into VillageFest.
I'll second.
All right, we will vote, David,
Yes.
let's say yes, Dan,
Yes.
and Cheryl.
Yes.
Congratulations, thank you.
And as was mentioned earlier, think about holiday stuff,
Yeah.
on the holiday market. You know, incorporating colors, you know, also trees that, you know, like ready restones and whatever.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And anything with a mid-century modern color theme as well, it's really big, you know that.
And I just got talked into doing sports team colors.
Oh, cool.
Good, so working on that.
Your binder.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Firebirds, that's exactly what I thought.
It's a little awkward.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Sarah, Nell, Sarah, are you here? Hi, Sarah.
Hello, everyone. It's Neal.
Oh, Neal, Neil.
Yes, Neil,
Neil.
Neal.
Got it.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
If I pass out, please excuse me. I've never spoken in front of anybody.
You're doing great.
Well, don't pass out because we don't have smelling salts. So.
Use some of that oil though.
My name is Sarah Neal, and I've been living here in Palm Springs since 1995. And I'm a retired table games dealer. I used to work for the Indians. I worked for them. That's where I retired. After I retired, after a month, I got bored. And I said, I got to do something or I might kill my husband. One of us is gonna be dead.
Way too many movies about that.
Yeah, no, because while I was working in the casino, every holidays I make sweets, peanut brittle, all kinds of brittle.
Wow.
And that's what I used to give everybody as a gift. And after I retired, everybody calling me, where's our brittle? And I go, oh, okay. I said, you don't have to give it away. You can sell it to us. But I said, I'm not licensed. So I asked the first farmer's market I ran into was the one in Indian Wells. So I went in there and I said, how do you get to be a vendor? And he said, you have to have this, you have to have that. So what do you sell? I said, I sell peanut brittle, different kinds. I said, name the nuts, I can make brittle out of it. Wow. So he said, oh, bring your product, start selling. And within that weekend, with the help of my husband, he got everything needed, licensing, insurance, everything, CFO. And here it is. I got 5 different kinds of toffees. I know it's not from my grandma. It's all from Sarah. I experimented and until I got it perfect. I burned a lot of sugar, wasted a lot of butter, almost burned my house, but I perfected it. So I got 4 different kinds of brittles, 5 different kinds of toffees. I know there's one that's so famous. I'm not competing with them. They have 1 flavor, I got 5.
Ah.
You're not competing.
No, I'm not competing with them. They're good. Mine is good too. And this is my packaging. I know you mentioned about someday we're gonna do away with the plastic, but that's manageable. We can find that. And I package I give away a lot of samples. So this is how I package my samples. So nobody touches it.
Now,
But
for that, I don't think they have to have sustainable packaging, right? For the little samples, the little, that.
yeah, the little
Like
sample.
the paper cups?
But this,
Okay.
I'm sure we can find
Okay, yeah.
something, cardboard.
Yeah.
But we'll deal with that when it comes. And I have enough. Oh, I actually have 1 extra. Everybody can have 1. I have 1 extra, so you just have to kind of switch around and taste each other's flavor because I got 7 flavors here. So can I pass it around?
Yeah. We care well.
Sorry, guys, I don't have anything. This is the pecan brittle.
Which is your favorite?
This is butterscotch toffee,
Oh.
white almond toffee. And this is just like the popular ones, the almond butter toffee. You probably tried that on the other side, but this is Sarah's.
While she's passing out, I think it's not urban legend, but the other toffee company she's mentioned got their start at VillageFest. Is that?
Yeah, from their grandmother.
Yeah.
This is from all me. I
Yeah,
experimented.
No grandmother
That's the
involved.
cashew brittle. This is almond brittle. And 1 extra, yay. This is peanut brittle. Then everybody can try. And then I have little samples.
I'm taking the rest off.
And I'm actually from Palm Springs.
Born
Lived
here?
there since now.
Born here?
No, sir. I was born and raised in the Philippines.
Okay.
Married my husband, so I become an American too. So now I live here in Palm Springs. So I'm actually local, and I'm the only one in the valley that makes butterscotch toffee. These are all my samples and everybody probably can try it. Little ones, and this is the peanut brittle, so everybody can just pass it around and try it. I make the butterscotch is this one. Yeah. And I make my toffee thinner than thinner, and it's easier. The same with, and if you notice my nut brittles, it's not all sugar. It actually has a lot of nuts. So there's nut for everybody.
I'm a holiday baker, I can tell you that brittle escapes me yet, I've been trying for years, I've been able to do it right.
Yep, the brittle
Hard.
that was because that was my husband's favorite, the peanut brittle. But the one that you can buy from the store is mostly sugar, and you can count the peanuts in it. With mine, try counting it. There's a nut for every bite.
Delicious.
It's unbelievable.
Sarah, I have a story about that. I have learned right here from caramelizing sugar.
Oh my God! You want me to show you all my scars, including my husband's?
Yeah. Delicious. Any other board questions?
Those were cooking accidents, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I almost burned my house just burning sugar. You know,
How about emotion?
I am so, whenever I'm cooking and my
Yeah,
husband
stop
said,
chewing
honey,
so we
come
can
see
make
this.
emotion.
And then I forget I'm cooking. And the next thing I know, what's that smell? The sugar's burning. I burn a lot
Oh,
of sugar.
For somebody who's afraid to talk in public, you have a great story. So keep that energy up. And I would like to nominate,
Butterscotch.
make a motion, excuse me, that Sarah's Sweets are
Sarah's
part of
Sweets.
our Village Fest.
I'll second that.
let's vote. Cheryl.
Yes.
Dan.
Yes.
What do you think? The one that you
Delicious,
tried?
yes. we
You
vote
can pass
yes.
it around.
David,
Different
Yes.
kinds.
congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We look forward to you. Village Fest.
Yay. I've been going to the VillageFest for years. I used to live in Albuquerque. I come here,
You're gonna
visit.
be part of it now.
Now I'm going to be part of it.
Yeah, so we can't wait to see you.
I live 5 minutes from there,
Good,
just around the corner.
perfect.
In what neighborhood?
Rochelle, right there between Sunrise and Farrell Drive by Rocket Club.
Okay, oh, no, yep.
All the airplanes go over.
Yep,
Thank you.
you're
I
welcome.
live on Air Lane Drive, so you're preaching to the choir here on that one.
Anybody have an example?
Like right next to it.
Great.
So good. This is. You try the butterscotch?
Which one is that?
Butterscotch.
No. Oh, there's grandma, right? Some grandma.
They're all
favorite.
different. And it's not from grandma, it's just from Sarah.
I heard that.
Don't be calling Sarah grandma.
I won't, I promise.
You wanna hear something
Sorry,
funny?
he's doing it.
I was I sell at the Palm Springs Farmers Market. And a couple of people got in, they said, can I try that one? Try that one. And then they started whispering. And then I said, this is great. And as they were walking away, I said, take all the samples. And he said, no, we can't. We get in trouble. We work for you know who. And I go,
I'll bring you.
hey, tell them it's from Sarah Nini.
There you go. Good day. Thank you.
They actually tried it.
Cheryl Campbell Hutter, CH Pickleball Art.
I don't think she's here.
We're gonna go flying out of here on all the sugar tonight.
Jacqueline Brown. Hi there.
All right.
Thank you, babe.
Jacqueline.
This is Jackie or Jacqueline. My name is Zach,
Hi, Zach.
and together we make Zachy Candy Company or Zachy Candies. Yes.
This evening.
I know, they said that on all.
So this is what we're keep this short and sweet, no pun intended. No, so we sell freeze dried candy, and we combine the both sweet world of crunchiness and sweets together when we do the freeze drying process. So Jackie's passing this out, our sample pack right now. We go from a wide range of candies, from Skittles to Nerd Clusters to your caramel candies like Bit of Honey, Milk Duds, and it makes everything kind of soft and crunchy and airy while leaving it all that flavor and goodness that you know. It's kind of a little bit about us. I'm a fourth grade teacher. My wife stays home with our two beautiful children, Riker and Reagan, 3 and 1. And we started this about 2 years ago when Jackie she went to visit family in Wyoming a couple years ago at a rodeo and brought some freeze-dried candy. And this was before it kind of took off with popularity. And she brought even the ice cream sandwiches that you can do. I'm like, this is like that space food that they have.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man, like, and we can make this with a freeze dryer? And she's like, yeah. And we've always been one to try small businesses together. We started a little, I don't know, photo editing, like make people's cards for them. We would go live on TikTok. We're working for this a game company kind of called Pop Darts, and we go live and we play their game, and we built a really good following doing that together. So we've always been together trying to find that thing to stick. And we just, for 2 years now, we've finally kind of, because we did wedding photography together, a bunch of stuff. And so finally we've landed on Zachy Candies, and we've just been going forth with it ever since. And teaching fourth grade, my class, they helped kind of pick the design of our logo. We have a narwhal, you know, just it's the unicorn of the sea, because it's like, you know, it's magical, right? With the whole ice and the freeze thing. And the candies was candy and freeze together. So, and then our names together was kind of the play on words on that.
Now you freeze dry out all of the calories, right?
You know, that is our most asked question, and unfortunately,
I wish we could say that, but no, the calories stay the same. And also, we do fruits and vegetables, and all the nutrients in the fruits and vegetables are also they stay the same also.
Yes, we did an event, the Sperry Days, and this lady said, you know, I shop because we were also sell at the Sperry Farmers Market. We did Crestline for about a year, and she said, I always buy from you guys. And the Skittles, she said, I'm diabetic, but the Skittles I can have without it spiking her blood sugar. So for what that's worth.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm not yet,
Yeah.
but
Down or back.
from her to say, I mean, I don't think she would lie about it.
Yeah, you eat less. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the brown one?
This one is Milk Duds.
Looks like chicken nuggets.
Yeah, so
We
the
get
itty
that.
bitty Milk Duds.
Yeah,
And
so I
these
don't know if
ones
there's a
are
second
We have it in
Jolly
bags.
Ranchers.
We have a milk dud in bags too.
They get up really big. Yeah, I think I put one of.
Yeah, there's a milk dud in
Done,
bags.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, so those are the size, okay.
Yeah, so
Yes.
this is all those I gave you are just samples of our stuff. And then this is our bags, some of our bags. This is the size that we sell.
Yeah,
And we started with this packaging, and we offer some of this packaging. Unfortunately, it is not yeah.
it's repealable though, so reusable,
Yeah.
close. I know we have to work with that.
But yeah, we're definitely more than willing to accommodate the.
And we ventured to make our own bags. I designed these, and because the lady who works for Hot Topic, actually, she approached us at the Crestline Market and reached out to us and saw our current packaging, loved our story, and she said, you know, you guys should try to get into our Hot Topic store. And we just thought it was she managed one store, but she's in charge of all of the impulse buys, and we've been working with them for about a year now. So we changed up our packaging for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it changed that, and so that's why we changed some of the packaging for the smaller candies. It's just easier to package versus stickering everything and getting that ready.
Yeah.
Hey, we try to make it
Thank you.
fun. The kid, like I said, the kids, they're all about the colors and stuff, and you know, we really try to.
So when you sell and market, you don't use the words Skittles.
No, we don't. I just put it on.
Very smart,
Yeah,
because
so
those
you
are
guys.
branded
Yeah.
names. Yeah.
So this
The
pink
raindrops.
one
Yeah.
is our Skittle, but we call it raindrops. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
That would be my concern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Airplane.
Air bites. Those are Airhead. Airheads, but yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
I
then
just wanted to, put it on your paper so you know.
And you do fruit, right?
We do, yeah, and the black one,
Uh-huh. Oh,
there's vegetables and, right now we're just doing
Strawberry.
strawberries.
Yep.
I've done bananas before, pineapple, yeah,
4 servings for bag, come on.
I know.
it goes quick, it goes quick.
Sure.
And for the seasonal time, the candy
Yes.
corn comes around, candy corn sells really good.
Oh, and I didn't bring any, but we have like peep characters with like
Yeah.
ghosts. And
So anytime you have those seasonal characters come out, we do those.
And then we'll do for Easter, the Easter candy and
so what can you freeze dry? Like peppermints, you couldn't freeze dry.
we
peppermint.
can for
You
sure
can?
peppermint. It's kind of random. Like we can't do licorice. We can't do
Chocolate?
Sour Patch Kids. Oh, chocolate.
No, can't do chocolate.
No.
So this has chocolate on it, but if you look at it, the chocolate is not freeze dried. It's the caramel in the milk dud that is freeze dried.
Yeah.
So the chocolate, it's still on there, but it's just
So you're just removing the water.
exactly that's exactly what it is. So it's like a vacuum chamber.
Uh-huh.
So it heats up the trays.
Yeah.
And as the trays heat up, the pressure
The vacuum sucking out.
it's sucking out all the moisture.
evaporation.
Yeah. So then that causes the candy to expand.
Have you tested these? How stable are they? Do you know how?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the candy. The Skittles, they'll last forever. It's if
Like a
they're in,
pinky.
yeah, literally.
If it's humid out and your bag
If
is
it's
open,
humid,
the
yeah.
moisture goes back, kind of like, it
Back
will try to
in-
return its form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
it'll
keep
get
it
more
sealed.
chewy, but it should be crunchy all the way, like no chew. But if it's in a bag sealed in, not too hot of a room, I don't know, 30 years, you know what I mean? Like,
You put those little drawing packets in it as well?
we don't, no.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Isn't that poisonous?
And you said that that it's in a lot of Japanese food.
That's a good point.
And you can do peeps, like you can actually do like a
Yes.
marshmallow
Yeah.
peeps.
Yeah.
What do they come like? Like crispy?
I know her.
Yeah,
Like
have you had those, like that cereal?
Lucky
From-
Charms.
Like Charms, yeah.
Oh.
It
It's
has
like
that
a-
nice little
that
crunch to it.
crunchy
It's a really
texture,
big
yeah.
size.
It does, yeah, it expands,
How
yeah.
big is it?
So if it starts, like a peep is like that big, it might get like that big,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
it doesn't get like.
But certain
super
things
big.
take off more, like your
The bunny
peach
must be like
rings.
this.
Yeah.
It took off a little bit.
The Jolly Ranchers, I think.
Yeah.
Give 'em
Yeah.
Those are Jolly Ranchers?
a bit
These
of
are Jolly
honey.
Ranchers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did she give you guys a bit of honey?
I did.
You did, okay, so there's a bit of honey in there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get kids getting it, buying it, cause they have braces and they're able to eat it because the chewiness gets in their
Yeah.
braces
Or
and
someone
it's
has
uncomfortable.
dentures.
Dentures too, so it helps with all that and
So freeze-dried vegetables, kids eat this?
Yes, so my
Oh, man.
son is a picky eater. He's 3. And he will eat the vegetables. So he really likes the.
Does it taste like a vegetable?
you
Yeah.
gotta try it,
No, I'm scared.
You gotta-
The strawberry, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw a
the
commercial with
strawberries.
strawberry, whatever things, and I'm like, sweet okay.
We
And
try
I-
to tell, yeah,
Corn like this, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
It was like-
Yes,
Yeah, well, it's not
the
quite
corn-
popcorn, but
prepping,
it's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crunchy.
it's like, it gives that savory chip
Yeah.
yeah.
flavor, like not flavor, but
It's-
texture.
And that's
like-
the fun about
Yeah.
this freeze dried thing is it's worth, you just gotta try it to see everyone's
I can't wait
reactions.
to
It
get
brings
that to my
everyone
coworker
together.
and Test our kids on
And
it.
testing it,
Yes,
seeing,
For
yeah,
sure.
so.
You
it's-
intend to give samples, people sample?
Yes. Yeah.
I think
So we'll
that's
get-
important.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's the
found,
best.
Yeah.
samples.
And you
helpful.
say you do holiday events such
Uh-huh.
as Halloween, Christmas.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
We'll
so.
decorate our
Well,
booth.
they are Halloween.
I know.
They are Halloween by nature.
Well-
It can't be.
Candy, yeah.
Candy all
always
day long,
Halloween.
you know.
Well, if you like Halloween, let me remind you, Village Fest is on October 31st.
Yes.
We saw that.
Yeah, and we're
And Pride weekend, all rainbows is the next day.
Hey, we've got all our bags together. I think we're just missing
I think
yellow.
No,
Cause we
no,
have some other,
it's in yellow.
we have it,
Uh-huh.
but.
The lemon.
Oh, the lemon.
So there's a bag going around that has rainbow or something up there.
Mhm.
Raindrops, yeah.
Any other questions?
No,
Reward.
amazing.
Very unique concept.
Yeah.
Let's vote, or
Thank
let's
you
get a
for your
motion.
time.
Really affordable. I'll make a motion that we accept Zacky candies. Into Village Fest.
I will second that one.
Let us vote. Dan,
Yes.
Cheryl.
Yes.
I vote yes. David?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the
Thank you for
time.
the little goodie bag.
Of course, let us know what you think.
We will see you on the street.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
What's your
so
favorite?
excited. And then, was this information on the packaging?
Yes, they will.
No. Oh, sorry. Your farmers market are not required to comply.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it's just the food
Just
vendor.
prepared
the-
food.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
good. That's
okay.
great news.
Oh, because you can take it home, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the package.
Okay.
These guys do.
Okay.
But I'll get
They're
this.
fine.
You're
I'll let them-
Make sure all your kids know, all your students and
Oh,
parents.
we promote on our social media, on Instagram or TikTok, and so all the events coming up, all.
Yeah, he loves the
Yeah.
photography.
Yeah.
He's good at promoting.
Just type in Zachy, you should find our
Yeah.
social media stuff.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you very much.
Nice story.
Steve Green. Hi, Steve.
How are you guys?
Good.
No pickleball?
No, okay.
So we didn't bring anything, unfortunately, to bribe you guys with. We should have.
We got a lot of food today. That is sweet.
None of us
Snacks,
are gonna
all
sleep
snacks and
tonight.
sweets, yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so guilty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after so many desserts, and now some beautiful stuff pleasure your eyes.
I'm Steve, this is my wife Julia. She previously had a shop on El Paseo selling vintage items, art, clothing and jewelry primarily. Our lease just expired. The seasonality was kind of rough there. We had to close 5 months out of the year, so a lot of costs to carry. So she was interested in pursuing this. She loves Palm Springs, loves the Village Fest, so. You want me to help you set some of this up?
It's okay.
Are all the jewelry items vintage?
Yeah.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Hong, it's my husband, Steve.
Yeah, the name of the
And,
business, Hong Collection, that's
It's
her.
a Hong collection. Show you something.
So you want me to pass it around? You might
Yeah,
explain.
Papa spread that.
So this is some of the jewelry and stuff that she's gonna have out on display. She's collected it all over the world, primarily Asia, but
就是什么
Okay, is it?
That was my question.
I did.
This is my name.
Wow.
I draw the picture.
so like, these are some of the clothing items.
Vintage clothing.
What's in here?
I do.
Okay.
You can take a look.
Wow.
I'll let you get it out.
Yeah, right.
You want-
What's all of the vintage items?
I'm sorry? The origin?
Where do you source them from?
Primarily from Asia. She's from Guangzhou. She lived there for over 20 years.
I
So
born in Mongolia, I live
Yeah.
Guangzhou 20
Mongolia,
years.
Guangzhou.
Some
Singapore.
small art stuff.
So is your plan to basically be at Village Fest to sell off what you have?
She
And
wants to
not
continue.
replenish or-
No, she wants to
Oh, okay.
replenish, yeah.
Yeah, I have
She has a
bunch.
lot.
Because I just closed my shop this year, so I have a
Yeah,
bunch of
we've got
stuff to
A
collect.
few storage units full, so
Still have.
we got plenty of inventory at the moment. These are just some more examples of dresses.
Some of the old
You want us
jackets.
to pass them around or just?
Yeah, I think you
Yes,
could.
okay.
I think I used to own something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Why don't you show 'em some of
all
the
is
things?
I painting this.
You painted that?
Yeah, I painting all.
Yeah.
I still have some.
Yeah, she makes all these individual labels for
I
the.
really so much patience for art. I close the shop, I take a COD, some art and drawing, ballet and singing.
Yeah.
So this is not so much homework, so I still want to continue something. I show passion for that.
It's funny because her shop in El Paseo, there's a lot of young
This is
people.
Picasso. Yeah.
Being like, that's insane.
I'll say it's rough though, because there's so much other retail and departments, there's Saks and all that, I mean.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's just the
you know,
seasonality there, it's tough, you know, the
Like
lease is
the
expensive on El
bag.
Paseo.
The restaurants make it so.
Yeah.
I so much.
Beautiful.
She has a lot of unique stuff, you just don't see in normal shops.
The silver and the golden too. And I have bunch of this, all gold is used, it's beautiful stuff.
Oh my
And so much is really old.
Yeah.
There's I travel in Morocco, I take a back. Morocco.
Wow.
Vantage. It's, you remember, need 50 more years, oh, something is more than 50 years, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys want us to pass some more around?
No, we can see it.
Yeah, this, so much,
Treasures everywhere.
so much treasure.
Are you gonna both be at the booth working?
I'm gonna support her, get her started and get her going, maybe halfway through that. I get up at 3:30 in the morning, so, yeah, I work 12-14 hour days. so
Wow.
She'll be closing it up
Yeah.
primarily, you know, unless she needs me, but, yeah.
I asked only because there's so many small items that would be
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
I
And
know.
on Pillsbury.
I will
I know.
Not that we've had that
Make it
problem.
so
at the Village Fest
beautiful.
that I know of, but.
Yeah, we were a little concerned with
You're
that.
welcome.
She does have a girl that helped her in the shop that's probably gonna help her.
With the jewelry.
Yeah, I would,
Yeah.
I would do that. I would.
Yeah.
So some of this stuff is really expensive.
Yeah, I have the bunch of the girl can part-time to help me in my school, some, the girl, yeah.
Well, we do have a category in Village Fest for vintage, but we've just never had many people sell vintage items.
We've done a couple,
But not like this. You are going.
She's been really popular in El Paseo. It's
Yeah, people like my shop.
really
a lot,
eclectic group of
actually.
people coming in, you know, all over. So,
Can I ask for clarification on the vintage description? What are the,
The definition.
yeah.
I don't have my book with
Definition
me.
of vintage.
It's
On our-
interesting
in our-
because
For
it has to be
us,
of
it
a
has to be
certain age.
50 years old for the village.
Yeah.
generally 40 to.
And how would that be different than an estate sale or,
And a state sale
Furniture.
is vintage. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be considered vintage.
so,
We don't have a category for a state sale. That would be.
no, but I mean, maybe I'm having a difficult time putting together something that is created by the artist.
This is not.
This
the-
is not
the-
This is not
This is not the
I know.
craft category. that's
Okay.
why, Yeah.
It's
This
like
is like-
the category for an author.
Yeah.
It's like a category for commercial nonprofit.
Some
So
artwork
they
like this.
don't necessarily
have some.
make it
Okay.
themselves. We kind of have
Yeah, this-
subcategories outside of the art and craft category.
Yeah.
So if somebody were to come in and make a presentation in front of us and say, these are 79-year-old beads,
Yes.
that could be considered
In the
vintage.
vintage, yes.
Now I get it.
If
Sorry.
they're selling vintage jewelry that was already made vintage, but if they're using stones from vintage jewelry and remaking jewelry, that would fall into the jewelry category.
And it would still be accepted then, because they're doing more than 70% of it.
Well, they'd have to do something with it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I just need clarification. I didn't understand.
And for
I've never
Village-
seen
And
this.
for Village Fest, it's 50 years old. Some
Okay.
people may consider vintage, 20 or 30.
Yeah,
all
it usually
kinds
goes at least.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
I included myself.
I definitely qualify.
Yeah,
Any
we're
more
all.
questions? I think this stuff is beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
How about a motion?
I will make a motion that we accept Tom's collection into Village Fest. It's unique and we really don't have anything like it.
I will second that motion.
Let us vote. I say yes. David?
Yes, good luck.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Sorry.
And
Thank you.
Sharon?
Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see
See
you
you
on
in
the
the
street.
street.
Yeah.
I had a question, maybe for, maybe Liz outlines it, because I didn't really review it too much. The setup time, is it like at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, we'll go through all that at
Okay,
the orientation.
We have two seasons.
Yeah,
One season starts at 6 in the summer months when
Yeah.
it's still sunny and hot outside
Yeah.
at 6, then we open at 7. And you can come within an hour.
yeah, I was worried about my
We're about to
schedule, getting there to
transition
help
now.
her, so.
Yeah, so, The first Thursday in October, we go back to 6 o'clock.
Next week.
Next
Next week, yes.
Okay.
Right around the corner.
October already.
I'd say something.
She was asking
Thank
about,
you.
and I was like, "Oh, in a couple weeks for that. She's like, no, that's.
I'm
it."
sorry you lost your store. You know what? Health insurance losses on.
That's gonna be, yeah.
Because this is really
think
cheap
it's a lot.
stuff that you could have there, and it's really nice for people to come and buy things like this.
Yeah.
People think about this when they think about Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
Like
lot of
sell candles and other
recurring
things as
customers
well,
over
but
there.
this
that,
is
you know,
It's
They
great
travel
stuff.
every year.
Great stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
you.
you.
Well, that must be Cher.
Thanks for your patience.
You're on, Cher.
We saved the best for last, just so you know.
Let me give you guys this before I go up there, because I noticed the gap here. So there's those.
Yeah.
And I am coming from Brownie Points, and I might as well do this while I'm here. We are a company, these,
Yeah.
we started back in 2016, my business partner started this with her daughters, giving brownie points to difference makers in the community. So people that make a difference in the community, we gave them brownie points. So she's the baker, I'm kind of the business end of it. Since 2016, she has been giving brownie points just on her own. And with our own funding. So in 2016, I don't know if you guys remember back the regional center bombings, or not bombings, shootings in San Bernardino. So she made 200 cookies in her kitchen and brought them to San Bernardino PD and said, you've earned some brownie points for being so, you know, so great in the community. And here we are all these years later saying, let's turn this into, you know, an actual business. So we have some funding so we can give more brownie points to people. So we have a little, I know we have these thank yous in different colors that people, that when we give brownie points to, say, the fire department, we, you know, have a red one and we say thanks for working on the line fire or the bridge fire, or things like that. So we just kind of show up and we drop off cookies, 200 cookies, 5 dozen cookies, whatever kind of we can do at the time. And we give brownie points to difference makers in all the surrounding communities. So back in January, we were like, you know what, let's start getting some funding for ourselves so we can give more brownie points.
Yeah.
So we have always been, Margot is my business partner. She had an emergency tonight, so she couldn't be here. So a little nerve wracking being here with all of you by myself. But back in, 19 years ago, she also started another fundraiser called Knots of Love, and we make over 300 blankets every Christmas and donate them to hospitals.
Wow.
We're givers. We like to give. So we would like to sell more brownie cookies so we can give more brownie points to people. And our goal would be that people, and they do actually order from us kind of on the side, friends and friends of friends.
Or, yeah, okay.
They give brownie points to their teachers or to maybe their mechanic, or, I mean, we just want to grow it. So we have been coming to Palm Springs since
great
high
concept.
school.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been coming to the VillageFest, you know, for a long time, and I am also vintage. So by your standards. Yes, so we have, I know you guys are probably full. I'm sitting watching all these things get passed out, but we have our brownie cookies. We do sell them in packs of
Oh,
6
good,
and packs
good.
of 20, I'm not 20, 10, and we're looking for different bags and the packaging thing you were talking about. We do.
You're okay.
Oh, we're okay. I wondered, I heard you talk about that, but I didn't know. But we also do like French fry bags that, because we donate a lot of brownie points, brownie cookies to the local high schools in Ukaipa, Redlands, Beaumont area for their snack bars. So because we're donating to that and it's not under our cottage license, we put them in fry bags with our packaging. So they're open. I know for you guys, what we applied for is prepackaged, but if we had to, we could do open bags.
Yeah, that works.
But so we have all of our cottage kitchen stuff on here. We are givers, like I said. We would love to grow it and, you know, have this wonderful business, but our main goal is to give back to the community. So you think like police, fire, hairdressers, I bring them to people when we go, you know, anybody that has earned brownie points. So our slogan is making the world a better place, one cookie at a time. Our banners say like, eat more cookies, give more brownie points, things like that. So.
Are those individually wrapped in that package, or are those?
No, these are not. They have wax paper in between.
Okay.
And we actually have a little tag, but we just didn't have it on there. Sorry. It's so
Cheryl,
stressful
I
coming
love-
here.
I love your concept
Thank
of giving. And the thought that popped in my mind is if you sold a package that had 10 like this in it,
Yes.
that you could say, give brownie points to someone you know.
Right.
Give out your own brownie. That would be just a
Yes.
powerful statement.
Even sitting there with all your cookies. Oh, I'm
Like the
sorry.
bulk pricing, like.
Yeah.
If they're $3 each, if you buy 10, it's $25.
I have 100 plants, and so this would be a great gift to give.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
why could it not be considered a nonprofit?
Because we have not gotten there yet, I think. I think we've always kicked it around. Knots
would
of
have
Love
to
is
be a
was our
nonprofit.
first thing, and then we started
Classified,
this.
They have to be registered, classified.
But you're looking to
I'm
raise
just asking
revenue.
why
We're
didn't
looking for
you-
revenue.
Yeah,
so
they're
we
looking to
could-
make money.
Yeah, I mean.
But I
we've
mean, you're
always-
making money to give back to the community.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
but
I
we've
don't,
always
maybe
kicked,
I don't
no,
understand enough
it's,
about
it's
these.
very hard to be, I mean, from my understanding, to become a
you would
nonprofit,
have
I
to
don't know.
file to, yeah. and-
Yeah, and
It's not that difficult to become, it's that, it's all the reporting that's
Financials.
involved in it, all the financial stuff and the tax reporting and everything, because you really have to give it back.
Yeah,
which we do,
which
but.
they do, that's what I'm not.
But
I
I've
know,
always
but you
kind of
have
been
to
scared of
track
it.
all of that. I know because our neighbor organization is.
So is
nonprofit,
I'm the treasurer, I don't even know,
pain in
but.
the ass.
Yeah,
But-
no, that's what we hear. And so with our Knots of Love, we always said, let's make this, I mean, we have about 300 women from the community come together. We make soup and desserts for everybody, and we make the fleece tie blankets. We've always talked about making that a nonprofit, and then we've given out so many cookies. I say she's been my best friend for like 25 years, but watching her always just give, I said, let me help you with the business end. So, we have always considered that, but I don't know enough about it. And honestly, it scares me because I've always heard it's a pain in the.
But is this the only flavor? Is it-
No, we have these, we have plain, we have with nuts, and then we have nuts and drizzle. But we do only do brownies, not chocolate chip cookies or anything like, we've kind of kicked that around, but not yet. And we do different colored drizzle for the holidays. Rainbow drizzle would be fun. When you said like after Halloween, I was like, oh, that's fun. But yeah, just the 4 flavors.
This one looks like a blondie, but I think it's just the coloration in the photo. It's
Yeah,
close to brown.
that's our plain cookie. So I brought you the drizzle because that's my favorite. So, you know, I'm gonna give you what I like.
And your
Um,
idea is unique.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
And what I want to say to you is, and for whatever it's, we have other cookie vendors. So to differentiate yourself from another cookie vendor would only be to your advantage.
Play up the charity thing.
And play up to
Oh,
give
God,
these
yes.
away, brownie points, market brownie points.
Right. It's been great
It's
listening
all-
to you guys
it's
give all
all
the
women
suggestions to
owned
everybody.
And operated.
We are women owned, and I owned a business previously. In our past, I've owned a restaurant that I did not enjoy owning, so I got out of that.
No, but capitalize on the fact that you're a woman.
Right, but I owned another business and I was Women Bank WBENC certified, and so
Okay.
we're in the process of applying for that.
Good.
Because yes, it's me and Margot.
Otherwise,
we're-
people say, why not Boy Scouts or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, no,
People
no,
are-
absolutely. No, and I love all the ideas that you've given everyone. I mean, I'm sitting back there going, this is really cool to see. I'm glad I'm last.
Any other questions for
We like to
Cheryl?
think of ourselves as
Not
Shark
at
Tanks
all.
without
Not at
investing
all.
money.
Absolutely love the concept of that.
I do too.
Thank you.
How about a motion?
Anybody taste them? You guys all full? Wonderful.
We will.
I'm gonna eat dinner when I get home and then I'm attacking this.
Exactly.
No.
I'm gonna be up like this all night watching TV.
Let me tell you, if you are scrutinizing anything on our packaging, I have our PT number on there instead of our PR number. My new packaging has the right, like if you look at that stuff, but I am working with the health department on, making sure it's all right, or labeling. We have not yet done any markets. We are just, like I said, in January, we said, let's kind of start it, and then life happened. But with my other business, I was in the Oceanside Sunset Market for about a year. So we have.
Another
market
VillageFest exclusive.
Yep,
Experience.
very good.
Yes,
We like
yes,
that.
but we come all the time to the market. So.
Motion.
I will make a motion that we accept brownie points.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Let's vote, David. I
Yes.
say yes, Dan.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
Cheryl.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations.
so
Cheryl.
much.
Thanks for waiting.
I was sitting back there thinking, if I'm the only one that doesn't get approved, I'll be scared.
No, I almost screwed it up in the
Great
beginning.
Do you want to keep that one? Also, it's not.
I
really
want to show
packaged.
my coworkers, that
Perfect.
we should consider doing this.
Love it.
No, because we
Let me
have some
leave these with you guys
nonprofits.
for any reason.
They'll get used.
Well, and this, I was gonna say, this is boxes that we do put them in.
Okay.
then we have bigger boxes that hold like 3 dozen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're doing a
we're open to
I'm planning a
anything.
client appreciation event
Yeah.
in 2 months, so.
And if we could always put stickers on with you know,
Oh,
thank you
cool.
for everything you do, whatever, we're open, yes.
Great.
And when we
I
donate,
love
we put
this.
donated to, or, you know, we just wanna help.
Really love
Now make
this.
some revenue to help more, so,
Good,
okay,
thank you.
thank you, so do we just
Fantastic.
hear
Good
from
night.
you? We hear back
Yeah,
from
so
you.
you just email me, we'll say.
Oh,
Okay, thank
And
you.
these, you guys have been great.
Here's my extra
Have a
copy,
great day.
extra cookies, but I want to definitely take this one and show. Thanks.
The last item on the legislative agenda came out of last week's meeting pertaining to the health and beauty vendors. And the language that came from Jeff Ballinger, the city attorney, which should be included as part of the package of approving health and beauty vendors. So what we're doing tonight is voting on including that into the application process for health and beauty vendors. So if there, do we need to read that statement again? Yes,
You want me to read it?
if you've got it.
I have it up.
All right, I got. Yeah. go ahead.
So it says, I am aware of federal and state regulations pertaining to the products that I am proposing to sell at VillageFest, and I agree to comply with those regulations. So Fitty created a document that is supposed to go as an addendum to the current application, which he will have everybody sign off on who falls under the bath and body category, and that will come in your applications as you see before they present to you.
Do we have to go back retroactively?
Yes, we will, we will,
Okay.
but we do need this to be adopted before we can start to implement.
Okay.
Is there a motion to approve?
I make a motion that we approve this.
Thank you.
I second that.
Thank you. Let's vote. Cheryl,
Yes.
Dana.
Yes,
I vote yes, and David.
Yes.
Thank you. Passes.
I think it's a perfect solution to this whole debacle we've always had of, we have it, we have to ask them what's in it, you know, it's, you know, we're.
To add on, it takes, to Jeff's comment, it takes us out of the
Right.
decision process.
And we're not clinicians.
And
So,
he's
yeah,
right,
exactly.
so
Or
that's-
dietitians or any of those experts.
It took us some time to get there, but we
Yeah.
got to a good answer.
Yes, I agree,
Yeah.
I agree. This will be implemented as of tomorrow.
Thank you so
And we
much.
can stop torturing people.
I mean, don't stop.
Oh, no, we're still gonna do that.
So now we can lift the ban on health.
Yes,
Yes, perfect, thank you.
Unfinished business, anything on sustainability?
So as we've learned tonight that the changing of the plastic containers and things like that will only pertain to the food vendors, which is really good. That way, I think that people can see their product as well.
Because otherwise, from my understanding or knowledge, it could then, it could, in theory, extend to everything you buy in a grocery store in Palm Springs. So that makes sense. Now I get it.
It does.
Yeah, yeah, it's about people who prepare food and sell food ready
Yeah.
to eat, that's what
Yes.
it's about.
Yeah.
And but going through with our VillageFest food vendors, they all seem to be in compliance. Everyone seems to, and no complaints about it at all. Like I haven't had any talk. I think they're prepared enough. We've handed out enough information to them weekly and. So
4
now-
meals a day we do, or four meals a week we do it at the United
Yeah.
Methodist Church, a couple hundred people every meal, and it's all
Yeah.
compostable and.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah.
It's not cheap,
Seems
but-
like it'd be like kind of a smooth transition.
That's great.
Good.
Thank you very much.
That's good. I was worried that it was
good
gonna be
news.
difficult,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes.
We provided ample time. for
Yeah,
that
we
one.
did. I think even before we shut down and then
We'd already
started
started,
again,
yeah.
yeah.
Jasmine, is there anything on sidewalk vendors that you?
Anything else to throw out?
There are no current updates in regards to VillageFest. There is an update that will go to council. The subcommittee of city staff who have been working on it, kind of will report back to council, I believe, at their second meeting in October. We do have some recommendations that will also go with that report. We'll see where some of that lands. It's really interesting to listen to code compliance and some of the challenges that they have. I do feel really lucky that we have not had very many issues in terms of VillageFest. Some of our other events have, so we're kind of trying to work through some of those challenges that have come before us. And then we will just continue on a staff level for VillageFest to monitor the outskirts of the event. So if we end up in that situation, code compliance will come out and enforce the footage that is required from Village Fest. But I will keep you up to date.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'll keep you up to date as those recommendations go before council.
Thank you.
I was one of the people who was especially concerned about this in the beginning, but the more I think about it, there's too much competition for them at Village Fest.
Right.
Why would they
That's
want to?
true.
They're not gonna do
That's
as well, because they can't be in the middle of it, they're gonna be on the outskirts. And by the time people get out of there,
They're
they're
already
pretty
eaten.
full.
They've already eaten.
You know, yeah.
I know I am.
Thank you. Faith, can you take 6C off the
Yes,
agenda going
absolutely.
forward since we've addressed that? New business, the Palm Springs holiday. You've heard us discuss that. That's an initiative for the city to promote the holidays in Palm Springs. And there's been some communication, and I've seen things back and forth about holiday market for Village Fest. The mayor really likes that idea. And quite frankly, I agree with him. I think it's a great idea. I think Faith had something she wanted to add tonight and thinks she's working on
It's like, okay, yeah.
with respect to.
Can I just?
Yeah, go
this? Okay, so based on some meetings that you've attended and Faith and I have met on this particular item, Faith has kind of put together a short report of ideas for the month. So the idea would be to start right after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Right after Thanksgiving, and then run it through the end of the month. So Village Fest, one of our largest nights for vendors, is actually the Thursday after Christmas. So we ran it all the way through to that date.
Good.
So I'd love for her to present the
Please.
presentation she put together and get some feedback.
Sorry,
So if
looking
you
over
look
there.
at your screen here, I was thinking that we could bring the city stage out and have a band that might have play Christmas music and dress up and be fun. With the big stage, we have that out, people love it, we get lots of people coming down, and I think it's, I feel like December we don't get as many people there. Because they're out shopping at the mall, and I think it's great to have something unique, at Village Fest, so I think it'd be wonderful if we can get it advertised and let people know that we're there and visit with the vendors and get some special gifts. So I was thinking that would be a lot of fun if they were able to have a cool band come out, and Jasmine's really good at finding all that all the time.
Love it.
And we could do this every week, we can have recreation come out, or either we could just hand them out at our recreation tent. We could do different crafts for the kids, they can take it home with them. There could be, we do have staff that does come out for recreation like once or twice a month. But this is something we could just hand out, every week, and not necessarily have them there every week, but just like, little ornaments and things like that for.
Where do we do this? Do we do it where Irene sits at the
Yes,
table? Oh, okay.
yes, and we could do this every week, it doesn't have to be, like, oh, we're only gonna do this one week.
So for the record, it would start on November 29th, the sixth,
Thursday.
13th, and 20th, right?
And
For
then we could go after,
On the 27th.
yeah.
Okay,
That's such a busy.
I'm
week.
sorry, those are all Friday dates, I'm sorry. But y'all knew what I meant.
So like we had talked, and you had asked some of the vendors, encourage them to decorate their booth and things like that, and what we could do is, I know we talked about giving, some incentive with a free month, but every week they get their name placed in a pot and go around, have them fill it out, put their name in there, and then at the end of the month, we can pull out one or two, and then that vendor can get a free month.
Oh, that'd be great.
Like, the more they're participating, the more chances they
Love it.
have
Yeah.
Love it.
to.
How, in your mind, how do we communicate that to them, Faith?
We usually send flyers around,
Okay.
we hand those out,
What,
every-
during setup?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, throughout the night, we can just tell them, and I can even put pictures on there, like, add a picture like this, so they can get, not saying that they have to do just this, but just have some sort of holiday spirit, whether it's lights or, things like that. And then gift sets, obviously, like we had discussed with some of the vendors, would be really nice, and show them,
Yeah,
come up
for
with,
sure.
hey, let's have sets, that's wrapped, pretty bow.
So just
So,
special
yeah,
labeling.
like, how they have the clear plastic with the nice bow and things like that,
It's
so.
more gifty.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, and then instead of buying just one candle, they can, have different ones, and of course, have
Love
a
it.
Christmas character
Love
every week dressed like, we could do the Grinch, I think he would be awesome. We can contact the 501st Legion who come out for our Star Wars event, and maybe they might wanna do something fun, dressed like, stormtroopers and candy canes and things like that walking through and, you know, we can provide hats and things like that if they need that, but I think that would be fun.
That would be nice.
Are they
Get
still
stretched
on?
out. I'll get stretched out.
I could do that before my knee problem.
I'm sure you could.
And this,
See Greg and I.
and this I would wanna do every week, so not just like one, in
No,
particular, I think
absolutely.
like every
Totally.
week to have,
Yeah.
have this out there.
Now, for
Um,
Halloween, are we
yeah.
having something like this with people as Halloween characters?
We have our event,
No, I mean, are
Halloween
we gonna
festival.
have people, well, aside from the kids, actually have entertainment there that's gonna be in, you know.
we do, so the entertainment that is there, you know, I have talked to them, hey, it's Halloween, do something fun, but not anything aside from.
Yeah, cause our tall guy was.
Our too tall Tom is gone.
Oh,
Don't we have
Yeah.
the buses that
The bus will be there for Halloween and they will do their haunted bus. And I'm excited to see what, they always change their theme, so every year it's something
Okay,
different and
that's
fun,
cool.
so, but they'll
that's a
be
great
there.
sign.
And it'll be on Halloween and we have like 750 bags, so.
How many do we have
Of
this
these
year?
big crowds, last time we had on Halloween
was
was really
huge,
big, yeah.
How many do we have this year for, bags? How many have we done in the past? Is
I
it
think
more?
we did 600,
Yeah.
650.
Oh, so we're doing more, good.
Yeah, we're doing more. We all,
It's
it's
gonna
really
be
free, always
crowded.
go more, yeah.
that's gonna be a big
It's
weekend.
free, it's safe, you know,
And it's actually Halloween,
and it's
so, yeah.
Halloween, so. But yeah, I would think it'd be fun to have a character all the time and then contact the Legion and have some Star Wars characters dressed up.
That'd be awesome.
Christmas, I think it'd be fun.
Love
Get
it.
some Christmas lights around their neck.
Remember I need the picture of the stormtroopers?
I found it online.
It's excellent. I love
know,
it.
think
It's so cool.
cute. And then a Grinch would be amazing. People love the Grinch. And then
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah,
we
she's,
do have a 360 video that we have with for recreation.
yeah.
So that would be fun. We can either just have that there, do some sort of a Christmas theme, kind of maybe have some hats they can change into and things like that. Or if we have a character there, they can have a 360.
we
like
have
the
a vendor
Grinch.
who does that.
Right.
That's
We
the
do.
answer you showed that,
We
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah.
No, but we have our own.
Oh,
This
you have
is-
your own.
Yeah, yeah. So
We
I
have
mean,
one?
Yeah, we have one of these.
we
vendors.
do.
No,
No,
we have a
the city
vendor,
has
but
We
the
do.
city has one.
We do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Are we putting our vendor out of business for them?
We don't bring it out to VillageFest. This would be the first time.
This would be
we
just
brought
a
it out.
one-time
We
kind of
use it
thing.
for other events, so.
We would talk.
Very cool.
Christmas karaoke, I thought might
Love
be kind
that.
of
That's cute.
fun. So we
That
do
is very
have
fun.
our sound system and that with the recreation.
So we'd have like a, entertainment stand set up where we invite people to come and do karaoke?
Yeah, like probably have it close to maybe the VillageFest booth or
That's a really fun.
maybe not
idea.
have entertainment.
Christmas music.
You're gonna be busy that
I
night.
know. Well, these are just some ideas.
And they don't work on Fridays either. Thank God.
And then I thought this would be cool, like to have a tree in the middle every week or something and people could just decorate it, you know? And still get the Christmas spirit, you know, decorate the tree.
You know, it's
Have
really
candy
fun
canes
to
and
do
fun.
that with little Polaroid pictures.
Oh,
We did that when we had our
Good idea.
Oh,
in
that's
studio
good,
and people
yeah.
loved it. So you would take, they would, you know, you'd have somebody who took a little Polaroid of them
Oh,
and then
okay.
they hung it. So then it became filled up
Oh,
with.
wonderful.
So you need
Poetry.
like,
What's
stick
that?
on
I love
hooks
that.
or stick
Yeah.
on little
Yeah,
like,
little
strings,
something.
yeah, and it works
That's a
great.
great idea, yeah. So I just thought
Then
it'd
the
be
next
fun.
week, people can come back and.
I mean, it could be
watch
something
it.
we do all the time, like, hey, here's the tree, decorate the tree with us, you know, like just a little holiday spirit. Let's see.
Oh,
And
there's our call.
The call.
an event with the lowrider cars.
Yeah.
So I spoke with the gentleman and so maybe we could do it where they, I don't know if they have Christmas lights or they hand out candy canes
I
and they
didn't see them
interact with people.
I was there, so they don't come every.
It's been too warm. Yeah,
Okay.
It's been hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thought it'd be fun and he was very excited about it. He's like, no, you know, let's throw around some ideas. So I'm not really sure how this would look at, how much interaction they wanna have, but it'd be fun, like maybe have some Christmas lights, some ornaments hanging, like get your, maybe Santa hat, and take a picture with the car and things like that. So I think it'd be fun, cause it is a big hit there and it's something a little different.
This made me think about, I don't know if it's something we could do or who would do it and man it, but what about gift wrapping booths during that time?
Cause people
Oh,
are
yeah.
buying things.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then they
That's
can
a
go
really-
and have them wrapped.
What about a
Then-
nonprofit?
Yeah,
That's
like
good.
some, I don't know who would, like, let's just say, I'm not, it just came to mind as I was sitting here looking at all of your ideas. But if it was,
Somebody wanted to raise money to give.
Martha's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Fine
Oh,
Food
great.
Bank.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Methodist food bank.
And what a great thing is you buy these gifts and it's
Yeah,
like,
and
okay,
you
just, you know.
And you're just making a
And let the
donation.
vendors know, like, hey, if you wanna get this wrap, go down to here.
Yeah,
and you can
so you're
get
not
it
putting any
wrapped.
burden
Yeah.
on the
Great
existing
idea.
vendor.
I like
I
that.
love that.
It has to be centrally located so that. people
Yes.
have to walk
There
around
could be a
and
couple
find
even.
Or I was
Or-
gonna say either centrally located or one at each end, you
Yeah.
know, which is like you can get it at the, at either end.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love that. I'll write that too. So that's what I have. If you have
Great ideas.
any
Awesome
questions-
job. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's still
And
September.
because I want to make sure we communicate all this in social media, was playing
Yes.
around, so I came up with,
Oh. I
this
like
is the city or the
Uh-huh.
Visitors Bureau official
Yeah.
logo. And then I did this. And so we could use this on social media to announce the
Yeah.
various things that are coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Okay,
Does this
cool.
need city approval? Do you need to run this by
Maybe I should, just to be.
Amy or
Yeah,
something like
Yeah,
that?
can you send it to me?
Yeah, I'll send it
Okay.
to you.
Yes.
And I noticed you have the menorah on there in Hanukkah.
Well,
Yeah,
on
very
Christmas,
cool.
on Christmas.
It's on
yes,
Christmas. The
yes.
first night of Hanukkah is the 25th of
Yeah.
December, which is really unusual. Yes, all the holidays are late.
Yes, in the 26th we'll have that.
Thank you, Faith. Let's,
You're
I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
think-
very excited.
I think
I'm
it will
really
be great
excited.
for the city.
I think so too.
It will give, we are getting more press, Village Fest. The mayor loves us. And,
Well,
so
that's a
I'm
big,
just-
big turnaround, because in the beginning, he was like, it's like a schlock fest, you know, that's kind of how he felt at
Right.
the beginning. And so I'm very proud that we were able to turn that around.
Well, that segues into what
You
I
guys
wanted
are
to
the-
report to you. David, through an acquaintance of his, was approached, who has contacts with the Riverside County Health Department, and vaccines for monkeypox, who thought it would be a good idea to give away vaccines at Village Fest that really fell outside our purview of anything we've done at Village Fest in the past. Jasmine, you can jump in here whenever you see fit.
It sounds like something they're gonna do with.
But-
Pride,
but-
they did last year.
It's tied into Gay Pride because the
Okay.
first dose needs to be 4 weeks before. The second dose comes
Oh.
Thanksgiving, Halloween.
Yeah,
So boom, you're safe.
so the city manager intervened and has said that this would be a good thing for us to do.
The county had hundreds of vials that were about to expire
Right,
October
yeah.
1st.
That's excellent.
And so they're giving away free either information pamphlets
Yeah.
or free vaccines right there. And your second one is already scheduled for the day before Pride.
That's great.
It's
So where
it's
are-
becoming a national,
Yeah.
not pandemic,
It
epidemic.
is a pandemic, yeah.
Is it really?
It's become a pandemic.
Okay,
But in a communication I saw, the mayor complimented the people of Village Fest and, when we said it wasn't really in our purview, he said, well, they're a great group of people and they probably didn't understand. And so I think, but anyway, I appreciated his kind words and the work that we're doing. So just to pass it on, did I cover it
Mhm.
appropriately?
The organization's called, I can't remember.
I'm with the HIV plus aging
Yes.
research project.
Yes.
Jasmine, did I cover that well? Do you want to add anything to that? That covers it. Okay.
It was a chance meeting and I just
Yeah.
wanted to see if we could get one more opportunity. And so didn't need to push it past anybody, but
Perfect. I
And
don't
I
think
did run
there's
it by
any
today.
reports, public or board reports.
Oh, can I go back?
I want to, I want
Can
to
we-
look at the
Oh,
survey.
We're coming up to
Oh, okay,
something.
got it.
Can we go back about publicizing this because there's only 2 days before it's gonna be on the streets? Is there anything we can put on Facebook on? Has the organizations, the group committed to
So,
doing any publicity?
I would hope so.
I would too, but they weren't expecting this to happen because we didn't know if there would be timing.
May I weigh in on that?
So,
Okay.
yes, you may. We have asked them for their application and insurance, and until we receive that particular information, we can't move forward with anything. So
Okay.
that was sent to them today,
Okay,
and apparently they're working on it. So once we receive it, then we can talk about any sort of promotional from the city's perspective. It is really incumbent upon them to do that and
Oh, I
just
know.
use Village Fest as a venue. And I would seek guidance from the city manager's office about how much publicity we particularly want to be part of. or is the venue enough or not?
And if it can, if they say that, we can, it'd be a good idea to announce it on the news.
Exactly.
Well, that will let the
And I
Office
think
of
that, yeah,
Communication
KGA
do
and
that.
KGA radio and then the news.
Well said. Any communication about this should come from the city, not VillageFest.
Yes.
Joy is not here for Main Street comments. Please, subcommittee report.
Okay.
She's been very busy with the survey.
Yes, yeah, so we are super close to being ready to start this first phase, which is a survey among our vendors. They sent a link to the survey, so hopefully everybody can open that, and if you can't, you are, okay. So what and I would love for you guys to look at it as well, because I want to make sure that any of the things that we're asking about are like, would you like to see this or that, are things that you're comfortable? Because we don't want to put anything in the survey asking vendors, would you like, a certain level of communication or whatever it might be, and then go, oh, wait, we can't do that.
Build an expectation.
So from that standpoint, and I would just love everyone to really go through it thoroughly, and give me any feedback so that in 2 weeks from now, what we'd like to do, if we can get the students to come back and we can finalize, because I emailed with Kirsten Skaggs, who runs the program, to make sure it's still, in the game plan for them. So I'd love to get them back in 2 weeks if we can get them then, so that we can really kick it off. They'll need an email list for all of the vendors, because it'll go out via email with that link. One of the questions I was curious as to what people thought was who the email should come from. Should it come from staff? Should it come from you as the chair?
The board and staff,
From the-
board and city staff and VillageFest staff.
Okay, so I can draft as part of the survey, I'll draft it quick, it'll be very quick. And then the survey starts with very brief explanation of, why we're doing this, that we want to know what's working and not working and all of that.
And what we're providing education wise to the students as well. No.
Yeah, that's a great point. It doesn't say it in there, but I will do that either in the email that introduces it or in both.
Great.
But that's a really good point, so that they're aware that it is
Yeah.
useful. And the other thing I'm gonna ask folks to do before we send it is literally click through it as like a test run to make sure that, because I don't want to rely just on the students to have proofed it that way, to make sure that actually, yeah, exactly. So that we'll do our own little QA of it. I was thinking about maybe even asking 1 or 2 vendors to sort of on the side to do that as well.
Yeah.
So that we get their perspective before it goes out to all the vendors.
I think we should be aware that the vendors are of varying degrees of technology.
Yep.
Comfort.
Yeah.
Comfort. So maybe pick someone who's not very technical, or even someone on city staff, whoever, and ask them to go through and see what they think. I'm sure there's people you guys know in the office who might be.
I'm that person in my office.
Or maybe Irene. Maybe ask Irene.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so the next couple weeks, we'll work on getting that finalized, so get me feedback on the survey itself. And I'll get in touch with Kirsten and ask about them coming here.
She's really
to-
excited about it, so
Great.
that's good, yeah.
Yeah, no, and it'll be great. Well, whatever, and the other thing is like whatever information we get is gonna be more than we have, right? Coming back from the vendors, and we have, so we're sending out 250 to 300 of them. If we get 50 responses, that's a good number.
But it's a low bar to reach because we have nothing.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So
So,
whatever we get is better than what we get.
but please go through the like all of the questions, and if there's anything that you're not comfortable with that we're asking about, like, oh, well, we really wouldn't want to act on that. Or obviously anything you want to add or change, please, all feedback is welcome.
One question I had was, I noticed there's a number of places where you can just enter verbiage. Do we think that that's gonna be difficult to parse through and actually summarize? And if so, maybe we should minimize that to where it really makes sense. Cause it's almost like we gave them like a chance to do that in a lot of places.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I thought about that for 2 reasons. One is, by putting it in a lot of different places, it's, most of the time, it's in response to the question before.
Yeah.
So it does give them a chance to explain, or if they have, and I think in terms of going through it, I'm hopeful that we can run it through it like an AI thing. And that it will be able to summarize.
Yeah.
The responses for us. I don't quite know how to do that yet, but we'll be able to
Look for
figure that out.
keywords.
Yeah, you just.
We'll learn together.
Exactly, exactly. We'll be able to run it through something that will
Yeah.
summarize that, because the data points are easy. Google Forms will do that, and it'll automate and create charts and graphs and all of that, but hopefully the students might know how to,
You know, I.
because they all know how to write papers using AI, so they.
They don't have to know, it just does,
Exactly.
you tell them what to do.
So I think we'll be able to figure that out, because years ago, that would have been a big problem, and I did look at it and think we had too many places for open-ended responses. But the other side of it is, if you only put it in one or two places, you might not get the specifics about each of the topics.
Well, you
that
may
we might
wanna
hope
put a
to get.
disclaimer at the top, because I'm notorious for doing this. When I get surveys from service, right away I start writing in all the comment fields, not realizing what the end, I'm gonna have my general comments. I'm putting some general comments in there that are not necessarily related to the question. So maybe say something about that. There will be a general comments, you'll have an opportunity at the end to make general comments. Please keep your comments
Specific.
under questions, yeah.
And please go through it and cut out, because I feel like it's long. So go through, and if there's stuff also that you're going like, I just don't think we need this, take it out, or suggest.
Look at it maybe.
Suggest taking it out.
Probably not, though. I didn't notice anything that was really.
Yeah.
I didn't either. I didn't think there was any redundancy or,
Yeah.
no, I think, it's fine. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With a project like this, is everybody now on city email? Because that's how we need to communicate.
Okay, it's a nightmare, the city email for me. I don't know why I can't use it.
I couldn't figure it out because you sent me the document, but I don't know my
The city
password.
clerk, the assistant city clerk,
Mhm.
she's the one who will give you your password.
I clicked on the thing, so
did.
they're supposed to get back to me
Yeah.
with it.
You can call her,
Yeah.
her number there.
Okay.
I was able to access mine, but here's the odd thing. Mine was apparently used by Lisa Middleton at one time. I don't know why with my
No,
name.
there's an old email on there from her that apparently went out to everybody, because it's on
Oh.
mine. Yeah.
I was like,
Because
why is she using your email?
No,
Yeah.
she did a- she did an email.
It's also a drag if you don't use that one, because then you've got to like.
Yeah.
Well, that's my problem with it, is that I'm an Apple user.
Same, I use
So,
everything I use.
Yeah.
But it's important that we communicate that way, so.
Yeah, I
If
just
you
need to
have any
get the
trouble,
password. I
let me
need to figure that out.
Are you on it, David?
I'm probably not. I will, I swear I
I
will.
sent you the email.
Okay, good, I'll read it.
But you won't have your password. If he forwarded the email to you like he did to me, you won't have your
No, you have to
password.
make a request.
I gave
Okay.
her her contact.
I thought, I do remember seeing
Okay.
something like that.
I was in this room for a training.
Why you got it, but nobody else got it in their
Well,
email.
I was in a training here, in this room. I forgot what training. Were you?
I think I was here with you, yeah.
Yeah, and they mentioned that you're supposed to be using the city email, and I said.
I zoomed
I
into
don't
that.
have it.
Right.
And then she took a note,
Who was the
Brenda.
assistant city clerk?
Brenda, and she told somebody to take care of it, and they did, because all of a sudden I got these emails.
I got it because I reached out and said I
Yeah.
want to get set up, so.
Okay.
So you had to start trouble. But in that, we could actually send to each other. We're not limited to the 3 and all that stuff, right? If we use that.
Oh, I think you still are.
You are,
Oh,
yeah.
you are.
You're still
We're
limited.
still governed by the
So
Brown
then
Act,
what's,
yes.
what's the advantage to us to have to work around? our
That in the
normal
case of
habits?
any
If they have to-
legal issue, that if records need to be subpoenaed or.
They go just to that
they go
email.
to
It's
that
not gonna be
email.
mixed in with your personal stuff.
They will not.
They won't
you-
come
don't
in-
have access
It wouldn't go to your
personal
Gmail
life,
account.
But they do
Ask
have
for
access.
everything
to
else.
I don't think you want to do that.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Who is the assistant clerk? How do we reach out? to
I
them?
don't have her name.
Yeah, I'll
Hold
send
on,
her.
hold on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No more
Yeah.
reports, staff. There's 2 items that you may want to report on.
Yes.
Delia Taylor.
So we received a request, I believe we went through this with you, regarding an author who wants to do a book signing near his Walk of Stars. It's Alvin Taylor. I've actually worked with he and his wife quite a bit on a couple different events. Very lovely, kind couple. But they would love to do a signing of his book near his star, near the Plaza Theater, just like in mid-October. So we ran it by the chair just to see if it would be okay as a one-time event. So we will schedule that and we'll keep you up to date on the date once it's decided.
I'm sorry, the chair of,
Village Fest.
oh, okay. That's all right. I don't know.
And oh, the second item is the health department. So Faith and I, the health department reached out to us to talk to us about Village Fest and some of our processes. Village Fest is a bit unique in their office in terms of how they approve applications. So the process that we have in place now is they'll come to Faith or online, they'll get their application, they'll fill it out. And then before they can move forward, if you're a food service vendor, you have to get it signed off by the health department. They will sign it off, give all the appropriate guidelines, and then they come back to the board. The board approves them, and once they're approved, then they can go to the health department and pay their proper fees. So for the health department, they're saying to us now that this process has been in place for a very long time and they were okay with it. However, they are trying to streamline some of their processes and really identifying how much it costs for things. And this process actually costs them a lot of staff time. So they have asked us to find a way to have them go to their office. And once they go to their office, they get approved and they pay their fees, just taking one of the steps out. As long as I've been here, this has been the process, so it does make me a little bit nervous. However, on their end, they have assured us that once they're approved via the board, they will make sure that they have all the proper guidelines, everything on their end. The alternative is once they go to them, the first step or the second step after they've gotten their application for Faith is they're gonna charge them a fee. Because they can't do the double step. So if they come to you, they will have already paid a fee to go to their permit fee through the health department. And if you deny them, now they're out a couple $100s, because you have to pay quarterly.
Right.
So that's not something that on a staff level, we feel very comfortable with. So here we are kind of explaining the process and just checking in with the board. If you all would be okay with their suggested process, they come to you first and then they go to the board. It would be staff's responsibility to let you know if someone does not get approved.
You'd
from the
have
health
to
department.
police that. Yeah.
So then we
Right.
would come back to you, maybe we just have a standard like health department report under staff reports. And if there are any vendors who did not get the final approval from health department, we would let you know so that you can then, in your mind say, okay, well, then we don't have that barbecue vendor or we don't have that service or that particular
So
vendor.
if we make a motion to approve them, it has to be a conditional motion based on
Yes.
conditional, so let
Yes.
you know that, okay.
Yes.
And I think that needs to be explicit. That's a good point.
Yes, it has to be
We're
explicit,
Additionally.
because otherwise,
Yeah.
we're liable either way. They could say, well, you guys approved me.
Right.
You just said I was approved.
Yeah.
You didn't say I had to do this. And on the other side of the coin, well, they approved me. How could you reject me? So that's why it is awkward.
It is for sure. It is.
And staff will make it clear ahead of time that they know that.
Right, when they apply.
Yeah, that they have to get approved from the health department after they're approved with the board.
And are we confident this won't slow things down? Like we approve somebody today, they want to get started, with the next
It will.
Village Fest, okay.
It will. And depending on, hopefully they have everything in order so that when they go back,
Right.
because I'm certain, because as much as I go back and forth with vendors trying to get a completed application, I'm sure that, the health department's doing the same thing, and I completely understand, because they don't always follow through, they may go get the approval there, and then they come to me, and then they kind of stop the process and don't move
Right.
forward.
How will we know if they dropped the ball and didn't get their approval and then they show the Village Fest?
They won't. You can't.
They have to provide me
She
with
can't-
their.
You could stop them for orientation. I mean,
Yeah.
If they're not
Correct,
approved.
yeah, so they would, I think
Okay.
that would change when they do the orientation as well,
Right.
they would have to have that, they'd have to bring me their permit first and when they're gonna
And
start.
it definitely created delay
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
For a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Mhm.
I have an unrelated question if we're done with this that I forgot that I did want to bring up earlier. Are we done with it? Okay. I thought of it when I was walking through Village Fest this past week. Those, I don't know what you call, I don't know what you call them, sandwich boards, like the tent boards that people put out. We allow vendors to put those out on the street in front of their booths.
They do sometimes
Cause
to attract vendor, not when we're in season, we ask them to pull them back more, but when it's a little slower.
Cause I just noticed them probably for the first time.
Yeah,
this past
sometimes
week.
the farmer's
and they-
market will do that because they wanna make sure that people catch that they're on the side street there.
Yeah, but I saw it like in front of a few specific booths and I meant to stop and take a picture of it to ask about it because I came very close to tripping on one. And it also seemed, and it was relatively busy this Thursday. It was a beautiful night.
It was, yeah.
And it seemed disrupted in the flow of traffic.
Do you remember which booth?
No, which is why I.
Was it in the food court? Cause I know.
No, it was not in
sometimes
the food
they
court. It was on the
menus there.
main
Okay.
thing. And I think it was a candle vendor or something like that.
Yeah, you can always.
What if they asked them to light it up? Would that be a?
But it just, there's so many people walking
Yeah.
and their
You can see
booth
if
is
people
right
that
there.
stop at the-
It
like
just
break.
really seemed
True.
to be disruptive to the flow, and I wasn't sure if we even allowed that or didn't allow
So
it.
you
and-
can, you're welcome to reach out to me or
Distracted.
staff or come by and let me know, and then we can go,
Yeah,
to-
and I
to take
normally
a
would
look
have,
at
but
it.
I
Yeah,
don't,
no problem.
something distracted me as
Yeah.
I was thinking about, like, at least taking a picture to ask you about it. But, so generally, we don't want them to do that. Like, I understand that if we wanna direct people, if the food vendors wanna direct people to turn on the street, but that's,
I mean, if it's way out in the middle of the street, I mean, and if it does become a hazard, then yeah, we will ask
Yeah.
them to pull it back,
Okay.
yes, yeah, not if
if I
I
notice it again.
Yeah, please do, please let me know.
As far as the email goes, the guy who does it is Jeffrey Saludaris. And you write to evelyn.beltran@palmspringsca.gov. I would also copy Brenda Free, Evelyn Beltran. But Jeffrey is ithelp@palmspringsca.gov.
Do Evelyn,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Evelyn will.
Yeah,
answer.
that's, yeah, because
I
he
think
can't
she
do it
has a
anyway
checklist.
unless Evelyn approves, because.
I'll
because
send it
Evelyn
to you.
says-
And then I do have one thing to add, so Muffy's Pup Treats, the vendor we have that sells the dog treats, they're kind of across the street from Starbucks. He got nominated in the Desert Sun for favorite pet store.
Oh.
And so, he does other markets and, his. I guess customers nominated him, so he's really excited, he wanted to share it with the board and to let everyone know if they wanted to vote for him, you could go on the Desert Sun and vote for him
That's
as
good to
favorite
know.
pet store, yeah, so he's really excited, cause he's in there with some, what is it?
Can he be a featured vendor
Golden
or something?
Golden
Skulls,
Bells, yeah, he's in there with some big ones, so he's
Probably
really
tail
excited.
waggers.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, I don't, just to be nominated, that's all he cared
Yeah.
about, but he's really excited about it, so I wanted to share that.
Good. Well, we'll start ramping up, the season's starting.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Should get busy, that's looking forward.
And Catherine, congrats to you on
Oh,
being,
yeah, thank you.
your award, right?
I appreciate that.
She's
I
a
didn't have to
star.
pay anybody for that one.
Star. Again, I wanted to mention Halloween is on October 31st, and if the board is available to come down and help judging the kids' costume
Yes.
contest, it is a
It's so much
load
fun.
of fun.
So much fun.
It is just so much fun, and I think that would be good.
Yeah.
And reminder that our hours, next week will be from 6
6.
to 10 and, set up on the street is at 5.
Yay.
Yeah.
Anything else? Can we have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
I second.
All in
I third.
favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Good night, everybody. Thanks. Good meeting.
It's getting dark out again.
It is.
Not loving that.
On the griddle, I'm gonna take